I swear this isn't the second time I've done this now, because some fucking computer thing wants to fuck up with me. That's just our luck tonight, isn't it? Hey.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do.
What are you talking about?
I do, but anyway.
We're professionals.
Yeah.
Greetings, audience.
Yes,
Greetings.
Hi.
Welcome back to Miss... The fuck was that?
I was
That was a Rugden.
in a friendly voice. I was welcoming the audience. I was trying to be cordial and snappy.
Well, no.
In other words, he's trying to scare everyone.
If you want to scare anyone, you gotta put on a British accent and
be
Go on.
female.
Say messing
Anyway,
with the
that's
missus
beside
last
the
night,
point.
Governor.
We're back recording Mishaps and Misfits, and you may notice something's a little strange here. We actually finally got set up on Roll20.
Loose quotations
Hey.
around set up.
Well, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
we got our characters and stuff. There's a lot of stuff we still got to do to set up character sheets. We didn't realize. Okay, stop moving. I saw that.
Teapot. Teapot. I mean,
Anyway, guys.
All right.
As you can tell, we're
By the
all
way,
children at ages above 20 at this point, apparently.
could you guys do me one favor, though? Like, Teapot, Crash, and Burn? Set your display name to your character name so I can actually just look at it much easier.
Yeah. While they're doing that, let me run by what happened last time. So last time, we ended up getting out of the sewer finally, as, you know, the mishaps do. And then we ended up walking through grain fields and a swamp. Well, we got out of the swamp just fine, but the grain field, yeah, that was a little more strange. Unfortunately, we got hit by some bandits that we decided to charge into, and, well, some of us got knocked out again. Not professionally, but or not professionally. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm having to do this off the top of my head, and it just Basically, what ended up happening is good old
Ruth got his ass punched.
Yes, Ruth got his ass punched because he
look.
wanted to play Muscle Wizard, and that's not a thing you can do right now.
I nobly sacrificed myself for the team.
Yes, and we had the healer bot 1000 come in and help your ass. But we
Yes.
ended up prevailing in the thing, and, you know, as we saw last time, we had leveled up. So we got some new abilities, some new things, and we ended up going back to the town, got our money, as pitiful it was. We had an interesting bathhouse scene with a lot of characters. And then after that, we decided to go eat and pay a visit to the church, and you now join us in the church. So take it away,
Had to kill
Finn.
everyone.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Can we do that all again?
You know,
Oh, no,
I'm
my
not the DM,
audacity
but if I
fucked
was,
up.
I would
I
just
need
cut this
to-
thing down and just everyone would be. You only meet a god character at this point, and die.
Hey.
Are we level 3 or level 2?
Level
Level
2.
2s.
2.
Okay, good.
If it were
Just
3,
making sure.
we'd have more questions.
Yeah.
You
Well,
said
everyone,
we leveled
as
up.
you-
I panicked for a moment.
I had the same panic, Teapot. I did the exact same thing. I went, ugh!
Did I forget to level
Yeah,
up?
I have to say, you guys didn't level up last time. I don't know what friend Zorn was saying, but
I said we
Anywho.
leveled up to level 2.
Yeah, we leveled up to level 2 after we got out of the sewer,
Yeah.
which was a while.
Hey,
That's what I said.
hey.
Anyway,
That happened hours ago. Let's talk about now.
you didn't level up when you got out of the sewer. You leveled up after you
Hey,
beat the guy
hey,
in the
hey.
sewer.
guys,
Let's
guys,
talk about now.
Oh yeah, right.
that's all getting
Don't follow
cut.
the mini.
thank God.
I need the mini.
Don't cut it. It's gold.
No, it isn't. Let's go.
Okay. As you finally all enter the church, after it feels like 2 weeks of not doing anything but standing outside the door.
Ha!
You come into a small antechamber. The white brick walls polished into a near shine. Nice marble flooring. And you see two guards stand off to the side of one of the doors, talking to each other. In a kind of a not really like out loud, but you know, just generally talking just amongst themselves.
Okay.
They the temple guards are dressed in white robes with golden armor plates. And that's about it. What you gonna do?
I guess,
They look
Going
over
in.
to you, but don't really. They look over to you and don't really greet you or anything, but they just keep talking to themselves, like they know you're there.
I guess Rugden will stroll up to them because this is kind of his shindig now.
It's his church. That's not his church.
It's my religion. It's not my church.
It's not your parish.
Exactly. I'm way away from home, so I'm gonna stroll up to one of the two guards and say, excuse me, my name is Rugden Quartzplar. Oh, do I need to actually move myself? Whoa, here we are. Hey, that's fancy. Look at that. Multimedia extravaganza. Okay.
I'm standing by the door.
And I will look at you, and I will look at you. All right, we won't do that. That joke's done. So I stroll up and I go, hello, excuse me. My name is Rugden Quartzpar, and then I gesture to the crowd behind me, and these are some of my friends. I have come from a long way off, seeking the guidance of the high priest of this temple. Could you tell me if he or she is in, and what I would need to do in order to gain an audience with the priest? I'm on a personal journey, and I'm just looking for some clarity.
One of them raises their eyebrow at you. Another one goes, so another pilgrim coming on a spiritual quest, correct?
Yes.
The high priest of the temple is in, but it's been quite a busy day, if you can guess. Especially with the lockdown of the entire region.
Yes, we are well aware of some of the events that have been going on recently. We just actually got back from what was the fucking name of that place? The Golden Hills, where we fought off some riders of the Black Suns.
Really now?
Yes, there were.
Well, the other guard on the left says, "Yeah, I heard there was a Black Sun attack out there.
Yes.
Getting more brazen every day."
Mm-hmm.
And one on the right goes, "Yeah, it's a shame." Yes. I heard there was some well-to-do adventurers who helped fend them off. You saying it was you?
Yes, that that would be us. And once again, I gesture with a thumb kind of back towards my compatriots that are kind of hanging out by the door.
They lean into each other and start whispering to each other quietly.
Okay, I give them some space.
One steps forward towards you. Perhaps the high priest would like to see you for your help in defeating those wretched heathens.
No, of course, yes, wonderful. Thank you.
Is he in his office? I think he's in his office. We are quite full up here. Right? All the pilgrims that so many people are here right now.
Yes, we actually just came in, 2 days ago? Maybe only 1 day ago. There's been so much going on with a boatload of a literal boatload of
We've only been here 3 hours, maybe at tops.
You've been here at least 4 hours, 5.
Excuse
We
me.
got here this morning. It's now the afternoon.
Yeah.
We've only been here 5 hours.
We went through the sewers and the bathhouse and.
I want to say it's
5
more like
hours.
6 hours because we got here
Whatever.
early daybreak. We actually saw like the sun rising up.
We just got
went
here
through customs.
We just got here this
yeah,
morning with
that works.
a load of other people that were coming across the sea.
You gotta be a little more specific than that. I mean, we get constant in and out from the city. Like, there's not a day go by that not 50 boats drop off and pick up people.
I don't know what else to tell you, other than
Ruith steps up and interjects. We were on the 6 o'clock ship in.
The morning ship in. That was
Yes.
a couple hours. I was probably 8 hours ago now.
Sure, let's go with that.
No, it's been more than that, dude.
it's whatever you
Yeah.
want to make it, man.
It's been. So you got here at about 6 o'clock a.m. So it is now. I would say it is now going on to like 7 p.m.
Yeah, no, it was after lunch when we did all the bathhouse and stuff. So yeah, I know it's
Yeah.
probably toward like dinner time, I guess.
You ate dinner after you got back from the bathhouse. If I remember correctly.
Oh, we
Yeah.
did have dinner. That wasn't lunch. Okay.
Yeah.
The bathhouse was after the sewer. Yeah.
Okay, so what
Yes.
time is it
We
then?
had-
Real quick, just so we got it.
It's probably about going on like 7 or 8. Like the sun's still up, but he's going down over the horizon soon.
Okay.
That means it's summer.
It's evening. It is summer. In fact, I forgot to tell you, it is you're like early summer in the year 999.
Ooh.
I forgot to tell you. I should have told you that a long time ago. I forgot to. That's what year
It
it
never
is.
came up.
999.
Never came up.
Let us write that down.
Early summer, year 999. I even have a calendar I need to write down because I actually use a calendar for this world that's different than our normal one.
Shh, don't worry about it. Just keep going.
Okay.
Later.
We're kind of bogging down a little.
Yeah, well, the gods step aside and go, well, if we want to go on through, you should be able to find his office. You go through the chapel, and when you reach the altar, you should be on the right. The door on your right would lead to the hallway. Then you make another right. His office should be on your left.
All right. And what is his holiness's name?
His name is to the random name generator.
Bob.
No. His name is I had a good one on top of my head. I just lost it. Like the moment you asked it, gone.
It's
The moment you ask for his name, it just goes away. His name is High Priestess Xiphon. With an X.
Oh, thank you. All right. Well, thank you very much for your assistance and direction. And I don't know how to end conversations. Bye. And then I just kind of awkwardly walk through the door.
You push your way through the double doors. High Priest, Teapot, not Priestess.
Right. Yes. Not. Sorry. Taking
Oh,
notes.
you don't have to
Hey,
use
hey.
the text chat.
No judgment from this side of the table, whatever he or she wants to call himself.
Okay, one sec. As you enter the next room, I have to reveal the area real quick.
I'm lost. Here I am.
Here I am. This
actually-
is me.
Well, in this momentary lull, is there anything we should be aware of, customs-wise, that when we enter a chapel, are we supposed to bow our heads? Do we need to take our shoes off? Is there anything
I
that we
don't
should know
care.
about while we're here?
Any liquids you have on you, you have to pour a little bit out for the homies.
No.
There's actually a
Sounds accurate.
small spittoon off to the side for you to do this in, that they collect this in and dump it out once a day.
It's why I don't walk inside. I'm like in the doorway drinking.
By the way, next room is open now. As you enter the next room, you see a long, well, remember each one of those is 10 feet, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 foot.
Oh my
A
gosh.
60-foot approach, which quickly opens out into a massive, multi-storied chamber.
I gawk openly, like open mouth, like tourist in New York City for the first time, like staring up, like wow.
Down each side of the, and actually not actual gold, but it's a golden stone walkway leading up to the altar of there's pews. It's like a lot of them. They're all just full of people.
Oh, is this like the middle of a service that we've walked into?
No, it's not. You can tell it's not an actual service. Like,
They're
most
all here
people,
like praying and talking and
like,
stuff.
a lot of people like head down praying. Some other people just like talking to each other.
Okay, I got you. This
A lot
isn't
of them,
like
most of them are actually dressed like you. They're all pilgrims.
all right, gotcha.
There's a really quiet lull over the room. Like you
Yeah.
can hear the slight murmur of everybody.
Okay, well,
And you can see way at the end of the chapel in massive stained glass windows depicting a scene of Solace, the god of the sun, banishing the darkness from the world.
Ooh. All right. Well, I approach where the end of the hallway, up into where the rest of the chapel kind of fans out and opens out.
Yeah, I would like to-
Midas, are you just sticking back in the other room?
Yeah, I'm just I'm not comfortable with.
Okay, so you're
This
actually
religious-
not going with your friend. You're gonna stay back.
I'm gonna stay back. I'm gonna be like in this room, sort of just chilling.
Having
I'm gonna have like
noticed,
my whiskey.
having
just gonna
noticed that
sit
Midas
there.
is not with us, I'm going to turn around and actually go back.
Yeah.
Midas, you don't
I'm
want
gonna-
to join?
Not really. I'm not. This isn't my scene. You
Yeah.
know where I stand with religion.
You might not want to say that with guards around here.
Yeah, well.
The guards sort of just take up flanking the door. They're eyeballing the people who stay behind.
Yeah, I'm just sort of sitting there. I've got my water skin out and I'm drinking.
Oh, hey man, not lead. That's actually alcohol in there because you have it in the church.
They don't know. It's just a water skin.
Exactly.
Cavrino is just chilling with Midas, just waiting, because she doesn't want to
I'll
leave.
offer you a
someone alone.
drink.
I'm going to
Yeah.
pass.
Aw.
I'm not gonna get in trouble too.
No, she's just preoccupied. So
I would like to ask if there's a just using knowledge religion. Do I know if there's any kind of do I have to bow my head? Do I have to take my shoes off? Anything like that as I'm walking through the chapel?
It's at least in the chapel. Yes, you should consider polite to not wear headwear
Okay, done.
unless they're hoods.
Okay, done. Anything else I should be aware of?
Be clothed. Do not walk around naked.
Oh.
And you should always. Well, I mean, you just generally anything you do in a normal. Anything you do in like a normal like church, really.
Okay.
There's no like special rules about how you're supposed to carry yourself. Besides, don't do anything you shouldn't be doing in this room. Like anything illegal or heretical.
Gotcha. Just making sure there was no weird, you have to paint your toenails red or something.
No.
Because I've seen that happen before. Okay, yeah, I'm going to follow Rugden down the aisle.
Well,
Yeah,
as
I
you
guess-
Come out, as you
go
come out
ahead.
to where it widens, you see all the pews and a lot of people about, which I'm not going to put on the map because it would take forever.
Assume lots of people.
Here's the church. Here's the steeple. Open the door. There's a shit
Yeah.
ton of people.
Assume there was a lot of people milling about
Essentially.
in this chamber. And the altar at the far end, which has several people just in front of it praying right now. No, you don't see any priests though.
I guess
But
I.
you do see some other people wearing different robes, similar white robes to the gods, except no armor, and they appear to be just like attendants to the church.
Gotcha. Acolytes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I feel or sense Ruth kind of coming up behind me, and I finally snap out of my tourist mode and being so in awe of all of the fancy ornamentation that we did not have back where I'm from. Quebla does not have a lot of money. So I eventually turn around to him and I'm, have you ever seen anything like this before? This is insane.
Ruth looks up and kind of looks around. Yes, actually, I have.
What? Really?
You forget I travel the world.
Oh,
I've seen
right.
a lot of places.
You forget I'm from a
Smiles
small
cheaply.
and simple hill town and have not traveled the world. Oh,
Doesn't have privileges.
you're not there, Bert. Shh.
Ruth just kind of nods and it is
Where-
very beautiful. I will.
where are Tassel and Midnight?
they are electing to stay back from what it appears, as Ruth turns around and looks over his shoulder, just back at them through the doors.
I
didn't
lean
ask them
in.
why.
Oh, you didn't. I lean in a little bit closer to Ruth and kind of whisper to him, you know, I don't mean to sound like harsh, but that's probably a good idea. Probably for the better.
Ruth nods back and he doesn't say anything, he just nods and gives you the affirmative, like, probably look, like, mm-hmm.
Well, if you are coming along with me, then I guess we should keep going. I can't, as much as I want to spend all day just looking at all of these beautiful artwork and, all of the architecture and everything like that. I do have something here that I need to accomplish. However, do you remember from the conversation, are we supposed to go right or left? I've already forgotten. I'm just, in such awe of this amazing building that we're in right now. I'm lost now.
Ruth points to the right.
Right.
First door on the right at the end of the aisle.
Fantastic. Thank you. Well, let's go. And
Lead on, my friend.
Lead on, O Kinky Turtle. All right, and we are gonna mosey on up. Turn. Boop. And as I'm walking by, I just kind of like awkwardly nod to the two acolytes that are on the right side, just kind of like solemnly and kind of like.
The acolytes aren't actually on the map because they're mixing with everyone else. Those are temple guards. You see the actual.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Understand now. All right. Well, then I will not nod at the guards in order to draw attention to me, and I guess I'll go to this door and.
Actually, question.
Go for it.
We are armed people. Like, I know you're a priest, but I'm an armed person with a walking cane and a sword on my hip. Do the guards take any note of this? Is this out of the ordinary at all? Or is this standard fare?
You want to try to see if the guards are looking at you or something?
Yeah, because I'm walking into a church with a weapon, like
Are
a
you
weapon on my hip.
Are you gonna overtly see if they actually keep eyeballing you?
Yes, I'm overtly looking to see if they're eyeballing.
They're eyeballing you definitely, because they're eyeballing a lot of people in the room too, who also have like swords in their hips and such.
They are guards.
Okay. Yeah, well, I didn't know if it was out of the ordinary here or not.
Well, I guess I'll try the door. Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked.
I push or pull as the hinges indicate in order to go through this portal.
Now you're thinking with portals.
Yes.
It sadly does not open. I mean, it opens. It opens.
It opens sadly. Oh.
I was about to say, don't worry, guys. I know the knock spell.
Oh, no, not now. So do I. Kick.
You enter a somewhat narrow, kind of cramped, not really cramped, but just a small hallway.
Boop.
It has these glowing like crystals set on sconces in the wall every couple of feet. As opposed to like candles or torches, it has these like kind of like these quartz-looking crystals that like glow slightly.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I guess I'll walk in.
Gives everything a slight twilight gloom to it in the room, in the hall.
Okay. Well, I stroll in with confidence and then kind of stop in the middle of the intersection and kind of look left and look right, look back left, and then spin around to face Ruth. And I go,
Ruth, your human compass.
I'm going to be honest, I forgot pretty much everything they said. And really, in reality, this is the player, Crash, forgetting fucking everything, because I have a horrible memory.
Look, trust me, I also have a horrible memory.
Oh, well
I
then...
think we go straight.
All right.
Ruth says with confidence that he doesn't have.
I'm going to trust you.
Straight.
All right, thank you, once again. Straight. I believe they said the second door. Boop. Time for us to accidentally walk into the women's restroom or something.
1 second, you pass by another hallway I need to reveal too.
Oh,
Ooh.
Okay. Backing up.
Boop.
Because you did sort of pass by a place like there's a reveal. If you want to look down the hallway, otherwise it's just there on your map now.
Is there any labels on the far door?
Yeah, is there a directory we can find or something?
You don't see any directories, just more torches and stuff. You don't see any sort of markings on that far door though.
Alright, well I guess we'll go to here.
Yep.
And
There is markings on this door though.
what does this door say?
But it just has the 6-pointed, like, the door is actually much more ornate than the other doors. It's actually made of stone and gold.
Ooh, fancy doors for
and it has the 8-pointed star solas on it.
This must be the place. Fancy doors for important people.
Yep.
All right, and
With
I'm
leads
going
a hand
to
forward. You first.
I'm going to actually knock on this door. And I will do the special effects. Donk.
I was about to say you wrote to go.
Donk.
You get no response.
I'm gonna try one more time. Donk, donk, donk.
I mean, it doesn't really make a knocking sound because it's really like a thick stone door. You just like tapping on stone.
I hate to be rude, but I guess I'll try to open it.
It opens right up and it reveals a large hall.
Oh. I just zoom my map back out.
All right. And are there more guards in here?
1 second, I'm trying to reveal it properly.
Okay.
Weird. There are in fact 2 guards.
I sheepishly and slowly approach the first one, kind of.
They're not the regular temple guards.
Ooh, what are they?
The paladins.
Oh, this seems really important. It seems like we're on the right track.
And they're flanking another large ornate door. All to this hall is like long, several pillars on the side, vaulted ceilings with the glowing crystals, much larger ones that actually light up the room much more. The ceiling is painted with golden leaf and other religious symbols. And there were pedestals in between each of the set of the pillars with artifacts on them in like glass cases.
Do I recognize maybe any of the first couple that I walk past?
No, you don't recognize them, but they are.
I wouldn't recognize them from like just description alone. Like, oh my gosh, that's the famous,
That's the famous toenail of St. Peter.
foot of
Oh my God.
Stephen or whatever. Like, okay, all right. Well,
you
if
don't
not,
recognize them by because you've never seen them before, but you might recognize some of the names. They're basically the kind of like tokens or artifacts like from dead saints.
gotcha.
Like a locks of their hairs or important items that were important to them.
Okay.
The weird items that the saints have that no one ever thinks about.
Yes, like the
Like their Pog collection.
like
Gotcha.
Saint Augustine's mummified rat.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've seen some weird relics in my day. Actual, religious institutions.
Brag
Anyway,
about it.
The paladins are
I will,
standing
thank
guard on a door. They look at you, but they don't actually speak.
I walk up
They're
to.
in the full armor and they have their weapons out and at their sides.
I
Two,
walk up to
halberds.
one of the paladins and I kind of wave and hello. My name is Rugden and I'm here to speak with High Priest Xiphon. I spoke with some of the guards at the front of the temple earlier, and they said that he would probably want to speak with me. I would like to speak with him about some personal matters, but we, my friend and I,
He
and a
holds up
couple
hand to
others.
stop you. This
Am I in
is
the right
wrong-
place?
No. This is the paladin barracks.
Oh, well, I seem to have gotten turned around. It's a fancy door, so I just assumed. Fancy door
Xiphon
from
is back to where you came. Go back. When you get in the hall, make a right. Head down past the first turn until you get back to the junction and make a left. He'll be your first door on your left.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry to waste your time. Thank you. And I turn around and kind of scoot. And as I get to the door to go back out, I let you turn around and like mouth the words "thank you" and then smile and
He just nods.
go back out. And we're gonna take a. I can't click things right. Skirt. Skirt.
Yeah, no, Ruith is getting way out of dodge there.
Skirt.
He is not getting with the guards.
So
at
it's
all.
supposed to be this door.
Yes, Ruith says with
Does
less confidence.
they just said it 20 seconds ago and it already forgot. I'm so bad at.
Go out the door, take a right at the junction, take a left, first door on the left.
Yeah, we did it. We're here. We made it. All right. Does this door look fancy? Does it have a placard on the front?
It's a wooden door, but has a golden like inlaid of the 8-pointed star of Solus and the name Xiphon on it.
Ah, that's. This is.
His High Priestess Xiphon, a little nameplate.
I kind of point at it with my thumb and kind
High
of
Priest. I keep saying priestess. It's priest.
cock my head with Ruth, and I'm like, "Hey, this is, we're here."
Yes.
It's like very, very defeated, like embarrassed.
You went way off course.
Yeah, very embarrassed to take my friend on such a weird journey through the back hallways. Okay, but then I sound effect. Boop, visual
Come in.
effect.
Come in.
All right. This is us and I come in. Oh, wow. It's one guy.
It's a yellow circle.
Yes.
Is this a
The most intimidating of circles.
He's at a desk. He's behind a desk. It's really nice, large, like stone and wood desk. There are bookshelves on every single wall that is filled with scrolls and other texts.
Gotcha.
It's actually a lot smaller room than you were expecting.
Well, I mean, I don't know what
It's
kind
an
of
office.
refiner. Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's his dorm room or something like that. This is just where he comes to work. So
It's an older gentleman, silver hair, human. He's wearing pretty simple white robes right now, but you can see his additional vestments are hung up on the wall. He's not in full vestments right now.
His doctorate diplomas are in frames.
Yeah.
Excuse me. All right. Hello.
Let me get a voice.
Go for it.
Can I help you?
Yes. My name is Rugden. This is my friend Ruith, and I personally would like to speak with you about some personal matters, but my friend here is as well. We are here to speak with you, reporting that we and a few of our other friends, just outside the city in the Golden Hills, intercepted and fought three.
What's your name again?
Rugden Quartzplar. You probably.
He shifts some papers on his desk.
I don't have an appointment. You probably haven't heard of me. If you're looking for something, I'm from out of town.
No, I remember your name came up recently. The
Ooh.
Black Sun
Yes,
attacks
yes.
outside the city. Yes?
Exactly. That's us. And I beam. I'm just so happy that he's heard of me, Like, this is an important person.
Paladin Commander mentioned you on her way back in.
Oh, and I kind of give a little elbow to, like a little nudge to Ruith. Like,
Also, that you've already received payment, so.
Yes, but that
Are you
is.
just boasting?
Well, no, I didn't know if. Well, that's a small part of why I'm here.
You are
Cambodia?
floundering so hard.
Yeah, I know. We
How
thought
may I
maybe you'd
help
want to know
you?
as well. Well, me personally, I just am in a personal spiritual quest, just trying to figure a few things out for myself. Being a cleric of solace.
Yes. On a quest of enlightenment for the ways of Solus.
Exactly. I'm from very far away, from a very sparsely populated area.
By your
of
accent, I say the east.
Yes, quite east, across the sea. East.
Which parish?
I don't know if Quelbala. It's kind of east past the Western Sea.
Quelbala.
It's very small.
Quelbele? That's... Yeah, you're Easterners and your strange pronunciations.
Right, but yes,
Well, barely.
that's
I have not been there, but I have heard of it. Small place near the foothills.
yes, that
Of the
sounds
eastern
like us.
fringes.
Mm-hmm. That is.
How is your priest? How is your high priest?
Oh, he's doing well. Last I saw him, which was I don't know how long of a journey this would have been for me. Like how long of a boat ride would it have been just to get across the sea, the Great Sea?
Probably several weeks. Maybe about several weeks in total.
So I probably haven't seen this guy in like 3 months, if because it was not only just traveling over a hill and dale and then getting on a boat and coming across. So it's probably been a few months.
It's maybe been a month because the Great Sea isn't like the Atlantic Ocean in size.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
pretty big, but it's not that big.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes. He's doing well. We are doing well. Our parish is flourishing. Last I was there. Not a lot of people settling down in our area.
I'm sorry for interrupting you.
I'm sorry.
I've been incredibly rude. I am High Priest Zyphon of the Chapel of the Rising Sun.
Yes. Hello. And I don't know what to do. I guess I give like a little. I start to like awkwardly like put one hand on my belly and kind of bow, and then I'm like, no, I don't know. And then I kind of like halfway put out a hand. I'm like, and then I just smile and I go, hi.
Ruth steps forward
Please
and
save me.
presents himself, standing up straight, but also holding his quarterstaff as a walking cane. Would you like the information on the battle and where we saw them?
I've already been well informed of the events.
Have you been informed?
Just
of the
another in a
heretic we saw in
long
the swamps
series
then?
of. I'm sorry. We're talking at the same time.
Ruth puts a hand behind his back in a very patronizing manner. Did you hear about the heretic in the swamps? He says it very matter-of-factly, like.
Yes.
So you have been
The
told
Paladin Commander has informed me of your sighting of the Silverlight. Quite a disturbing. On top of everything else that's going on these days, that is even more disturbing.
Would
He
you like
seems
the details
tired.
of that? Or is that not an issue at the moment?
It's not an issue at the moment. We got more pressing matters. The Silverlights have been quiet for the most part. It's the Black Suns we're now currently focusing on.
Ruth nods and bows his head in showing respect. As you wish. May I ask a small favor, personally?
That depends.
I come from the college, and if you have a library here, I would like to...
The library is open to the public.
Thank you, sir. And he will take a step,
You call it.
not a step
some
back,
college.
but...
You're kind of coming away too. You're kind of coming away too often. I always wanted to dig around in sacred sites.
Ruth smiles cheekily, knowing it's basically what the college does.
Always
We do
wanted
it in the
to
name
dig.
of knowledge, sir.
Always wanted to try to dig up some long buried ancient ruins from the lost age of the lost histories. I mean,
That may or may not be why I'm here. My purpose shouldn't lead me to that, but if it shall, I will make no claims of anything of that sort. Anyway,
okay,
I'm
sorry,
here to study the
as
stars.
I'm a GM talking. As a thing, just as you would know, this region of the world is actually a hot spot for those ancient ruins from the time before the Great Disaster wiped out the old world.
The time before time. Gotcha.
The land
Not
before
like before
time.
time. Just before
Hey.
There it
everything
is.
was wiped the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. Thus his cheeky demeanor of, yeah, no, we do that. You got us there.
If you need, just as long as you prescribe by the laws and get your proper permits, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thank you, sir. He nods his head again.
The library is out. If you want to find the library, it's out the door. Make a right, go to the junction, make a go to the T junction, and make a left at the end of the hallway.
So he puts a thumb over his shoulder. Right out of your office, go down the hallway, take a left.
Take a right.
Take a right, got it. And then a left.
Don't worry, young one. Elf. How old are you? It's hard to tell, elves.
Ruith smiles with, God, I'm gonna say racist pride, because I can't think of a better word for it, or a better way to describe it.
Racial pride?
337.
You're 300. Wait, you're 300 years old? Oh, he goes, oh, you elves. If only us humans could look as eternally useful as you.
And now we know. Now you know why. Well, you'll find out eventually.
Why you seem so senile? Got it.
Ooh.
I was gonna say wise, but if you humans wish to view it as senile, that's your own.
I was just me as a GM talking.
Oh.
Sorry. But yeah, yes. But don't worry about the hallways. It's a maze even for us who actually live here. There are actually so many rooms in this that go unused. The place is massive.
Ruith nods, taking note of their unused rooms here.
Ha! Time to become a church
Even
hobo.
sometimes I get lost in these chambers. So a lot of the unused rooms are now serving as temporary quarters for all the some refugees and a lot of the oh man, I've actually forgotten the word. People who are on religious quests to visit the religious sites. Pilgrims, and all the pilgrims who have currently stuck here. Speaking of which, you are also a pilgrim, aren't you, Mr. Quartzblar?
Yes, sir. I am.
I'm afraid to say, if you came here seeking shelter, you're gonna have a problem. We are.
No. I don't necessarily need a place to stay. I could find other arrangements.
I mean, I do apologize. Normally, we would have plenty of room set aside for visiting pilgrims.
Right, of course. But given the surrounding circumstances, of course, yes.
Yes. Filled up. Every available bedroom is filled up, and a lot of rooms that are gone unused are currently getting filled up too by.
Rugden kind of fidgets
we just
and kind
don't have
of
the room anymore. I apologize.
looks over to his left and kind of gestures with his head to the door for Ruith and is like, "Can I have a second?"
Could you excuse us for a moment, High Priest? Ruith says, matter-of-factly.
What?
Would you excuse us? We need a moment.
No. Just you. I need the moment. You need to. I'd like to speak to him now, in private.
Oh, yes, my apologies.
Yes. Sorry.
I thought you wanted the private. Out of character. I thought you wanted the private moment with me. Alright, in character.
Ooh, later, big boy.
The High Priest sort of rubs the bridge of his nose and just has his eyes closed and he's just sitting there, kind of leaning against his desk, not doing anything right now.
That is, if you have the time. Currently.
Just go ahead, please.
All right. So, I've come this way, obviously, to try and find some sort of insight for people that are further training in the aspect of, being able to unlock more of my religious and spiritual and magical potential so that I can further assist those in need around the world and eventually when I do journey back home, if that does happen. That is, of course, one thing that, I've kind of reached the end of what I could learn for my small parish, and so I'm, that's one of my reasons. But another one, and I'm hesitant to bring this up because I do not want this to reflect poorly on me. I'm a very devout believer and follower of Solus.
Of course.
But there are just a couple of things that I'm just personally having some internal struggles with, and I was hoping that I could speak with somebody more wise and more spiritually grounded in these matters, that I may be able to glean some sort of insight or something with what I'm struggling with.
His expression softens as he
Ooh.
as he stands up from his desk. A young follower wishing the aid of the elders, is it?
Yes, sir.
He walks across his desk to come
Even though
save us.
he is human, correct?
Yes.
That means that I'm also older than him in years, but not necessarily in wisdom. All right, continue. Sorry. Just funny.
Tell me, my child, what troubles your spirit today? He places a hand on your shoulder.
So, you know, I don't know how much you actually know of Dwarven society, but we are very tightly tied to our family name and our heritage and our ancestors. So much so that we from time to time...
I know.
So
I know
that...
plenty of the history of the dwarves and their
So,
ancestor worship.
you know that from time to time we tend to... Well, and see, that's the thing. It's not so much... Worship is more as commune for guidance. I feel it is more like that. Some of my family may take a slightly stronger stance more towards worship that you say, but I'm just having kind of an internal struggle between, you know, the doctrines and the solidarity of Solus and his teachings, and trying to make sense of that along with this long-running tradition, because I know my family. My family are good people, and it pains me personally that I may not be almost as good of a person in the light, in the eyes of the light, and that they may not be looked upon as favorably as well for something that has been ongoing for such a long time and is such a positive aspect of our lives that may be diverted and divergent, rather, from the teachings and beliefs of Solus and his followers. You
So
see
what
what I'm
is it
driving
you-
at?
So it is you wish to reconcile your ancient customs with the beliefs
I'm
of
just
the
trying to
church.
make sense of it, because part of me feels that it is a heresy to kind of have this belief and place this spiritual and personal trust in something other than his guiding light. But at the same time, all I can see is that it is also a positive source. It is also a force of good for those for me and my family and others like me.
But still, it is you place your faith in those who cannot offer any sort of help to you.
But it is not so much faith that they will act, but
But
that
for many of your kind, it is.
yes, that is once again, it's just a very complex thing to unwrap, because it is not just my pilgrimage that I come for me personally, but also trying to make sense of others as well, of people that I know and that I love and that have raised me, and that I've lived with for centuries, and I just I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to make sense of it all, and do not want to offend either side.
But sometimes offense must be taken.
Yes,
For that, even if you see it as a minor heresy, or just as a simple, as you say, a force of good. But still, the road to damnation and the darkness are all paved with good intentions.
rightly
you
so.
may-
I understand.
You may see it as good, but it is what it is. you are putting your faith and your trust in in your spiritual guidance into those who do not offer it, who cannot offer it. Only Solace can offer you the truth and the light. But if you are still not convinced, take some time, ponder, meditate, read over the scriptures in the library.
That is what I'm here to do as well, yes, thank you.
As only you can truly decide what you should believe. But I can only offer my humblest of advice.
Which is?
That you should just leave your ancestors where they are, in your memories and your hearts, but keep your prayers from them. Give your prayers and your faith onto Solace and his light. The spirits of your ancestors are resting, and they do not answer your prayers as Solace will.
Well, thank you for giving me your guidance, your holiness, and and also your time today. I think I'm going to join my friend now in the library, maybe mull over a few things and search through possibly some texts that we do not have from where I come from, and
of course,
hope to glean some more insight into this. But thank you very much for pointing me in a direction.
I hope that you heed my advice, and if not, I hope that you come to your own reconciliation at some point.
Thank you very much. And then I don't know if I was sitting in a chair. I don't know if I were. Okay, so I just I bow slightly to him, kind of like I did when I first got in, and then I guess I turn to leave, and I go down the hallway to find.
May the light of Solace warm your path.
I don't know what I'm supposed to respond with, and also with you.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Stop getting
Right back at you.
Now I have to ask, because I didn't say this explicitly. Was the door closed?
I'd assume so. I'd assume that was a given.
I assumed that you left it open a crack so you can hear.
That depends.
Okay.
Did you? Because I would not have been paying attention if
You know,
In
hindsight, yes, I would love to have listened in, but I didn't say it at the time, so
No.
I'll allow it.
I'll pretend like we'll leave it ambiguous for now. We'll just
Maybe
leave
you
it
listen.
ambiguous.
Maybe you listened to a little bit and then wandered off, kind of a thing.
I mean,
Like,
I'm waiting for you. I'm not.
ooh, what are they saying? Never mind. Bored.
Oh, it's
This
a
ain't-
crisis of faith thing. Pfft, whatever.
Yeah, this ain't magic. Who cares? All right, now that we've gotten a touch of seriousness out of the way, let's what's going on with the goofy goobers back at the front?
Yes.
You know,
this is why I don't like churches. They take forever and they don't care about what you're doing. I mean, look at these two guards. We're sitting here doing nothing. I'm about ready to fall asleep at this point. We've been almost here almost an hour. Wonder what those two goobers are up to.
We're getting lost. That's what we're up to.
Zarpit,
God,
shush.
it's not been an hour.
We've noticed.
Shh, this is our bit.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like them all that much either. They take forever. They have their own beliefs that they force upon others, and they don't like it. Then they either do unspeakable things, or they just sort of leave you alone, and then other people come along and do the same thing. It's just
When the gods pipes up, well, you don't have to stand here.
we know. Well, we don't, but
Kinda hard when
we're
two
waiting
of
for
our
our friends.
kinda hard when two of our friends are still in there. You know.
It's a public building.
Actually-
any door that's unlocked you can go to.
True.
True.
Before I do that and take that offer, is there anything else in town that may be of any entertainment while we wait? It's not too far from the church anyway.
Well, you are pretty much at the church is literally the furthest thing in the city.
Is there anything around the church, or is it like an isolated thing? Like, hey, this had a pathway up to like the side of a cliff side, so now you're just here.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, you pass by manors and a few defensive stations, but nothing like a commercial building or anything.
Yeah, right. I'm
I
gonna.
mean, you could go outside and roll around in the grass. I mean, you could just go outside and go around and roll around in the grass. If that's what
could.
you're liking, then being nice inside a building.
Nah. I'm probably
Only
gonna.
the god that sort of chuckles at that.
Did they mention? They mentioned like the doors are open that I can go through.
It's a public building. If the door's unlocked, there's a good chance you're allowed to be there.
All right. Well.
Unless a god actually tries to stop you, then.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna peek in through this door. I'm gonna walk over and be like, "Oh, well, he gave me permission."
You gonna peek in the door?
Yeah,
You
I'm
see?
curious.
This is what you see, my friend.
All right.
1 second, I am.
Take your time.
You open the door and you find a bear.
Oh.
A
see
new car!
hallway. You see
Yeah, a lot of hallways.
You see a simple hallway, the glowing crystals on the walls and the sconces, some windows lit in the what little bit of light outside it can, and it turns off and you can't see it. You can't see it where it goes.
Midnight.
Yes, Tassel.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to sit here
Wanna
and wait
explore?
for Lugden.
Alright. Fair enough. I'm just gonna look up this hallway. I'll be back in a sec. I'm gonna
Sure
go
you
explore
will.
the thing. Just gonna go here, check this door.
That's a window.
I'll check this
I
door.
forgot to actually put the window markings on. You walk by. You see a stairwell going up.
Ooh. I'll come back to that and see what's around the corner.
You see, the hallway stretches down in multiple directions. Interesting, am I right? This is the more hallway.
That is... yeah. That is a long hallway in front of me.
Yeah, that is a really long hallway. They're all like there are portraits on the walls on either side, along with the crystal lamps.
They're really just pictures. I'm not going down that way. I'm going upstairs.
I do not have that mapped.
All
I can just
right.
tell you, it's pretty much just like a lot more like a maze of hallways and doors, and most of them are locked.
Ew,
But if you want
alright,
to go
I'll
down,
come back.
I can roll a dice and see what we randomly come back down at.
Sure.
I mean, as you go upstairs, you mostly find that it's all pretty much stay rooms and apartments for the people who live and work here. Like all the monks and acolytes live here. There are a few offices and such, but mostly it's boring up there. And as you're going around, where do you come back down? Do you come back down the first stairway you hit, or what?
If I can find that, yeah. I'll try and head back the way I came because I don't want to go too far. I said I'll be back in a moment.
One second, I need to let me roll a quick dice. Determine how lost you got. 6. You got all turned around way up there.
Damn it.
You had to walk for at least a good maybe 2-3 minutes before you find another stairwell going down.
Yeah.
And you plop out. I'll move you. If you zoom out for a second, I can show you where.
Yeah, I'm zoomed out. Or
Because I can't control your camera, so.
just beacon it where you put me.
1 second, let me get to the beacon. You come out.
Can't be that far away, right? How big's this place?
Each one of those squares is 10 feet.
I mean, yeah, but still. Oh, geez. Wow, that's some distance.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Here,
Alright.
I'll just move you.
Yeah, that works.
There you go.
Well,
You come t-
I'm here now.
You
What
come to a
time
small-
would...
You come down the stairwell to a single door, and it's unlocked.
Okay. What time would this be with the other two conversing with the...
I'm gonna say it's the same time that I'm about to enter the library.
So, yeah, I would have walked out into the hallway. I'd see them. Do I speak to them, though?
They have their backs to you and they don't know you're there.
Considering I'm seeing them, I'm, like, exceptionally worried. Be like, well, I have no fucking clue where I am, and I don't exactly want to go out and meet all sorts of paladins. I'd head up with them and be like, well, hey, guys. I got lost.
Where'd you come from?
Ruth turns around very startled.
Ha. I got a little bit lost, and, well, the fucking upstairs is a maze.
A little lost. You're on the other side of the... Okay, never mind.
I
It's
figured as much.
understandable. We kind of got a little turned around here as well.
The upstairs is worse. Oof. Well, do you know the way back to the entrance, or should I just stick with you guys?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
We're about to head to the library, though.
How long will we be there for?
Who knows?
This is...
Alright.
I might sleep here. Kind of...
Well, first let's take a look at it and see how vast this library is and how much they have to offer.
Alright. After that, I'm gonna see if I can get one of you guys to take me back to the entrance, because I am not going back that way myself.
Rugden's feeling pretty good about at least this area. He could make it back to the front.
Ruth thinks he can do it. The overconfident and... I could totally do it, sure.
All right. Let's,
I'll wait till you guys finish this up.
Let's go into the library and see what that's about.
The door opens
Sorry,
right up
Zorn.
into the
I
library.
got lost.
Library!
Oh!
Library.
That's a big library.
Yeah, it is. I didn't actually draw in the shelves, but just imagine there were rows upon rows of shelves in here. It's
Like through the middle of it?
through the middle, down on the walls. It's 2 stories high, and then you see an upper level with people like alkalites and stuff running around, pilgrims reading books. It's a lively place. Quiet though, quite quiet.
Yeah.
Ruth looks impressed.
I mean, it's not like the biggest
Tassel.
library in the world, but it's definitely it's the city's library.
So-
Public library.
That's all he cares about.
I turn back to
Also,
Tassel.
I forgot to put a door in, and when there's supposed to be a door like right here.
Oh, lol. Good
Let
job.
me just see.
Passage.
No, I turn back to Tassel after looking at this and go, yeah, we'll probably be here for a bit.
Yeah, there's a door right there. Where that square
Yeah,
is.
like, he took a step in, saw how bustling it was and how big I was, like, nope. He's just like, alright, can one of you guys
The
take me
library
back?
is a large 2-story
Maybe.
room with an upper level and a lower level. You're on the lower level. There were shelves on all the walls and several down the center, as well as several tables and chairs and stuff littered about. There was another large stained glass window on the east wall, depicting more religious symbolism. And there was actually 2 windows on the west wall that flank that double door there, that you can see out into the a garden. So let me just actually, they know that's the garden area. It's kind of like that.
Okay, cool. All right, well, I tell,
I'll volunteer for...
oh, you're just gonna take them back?
Yeah, I know where I'm going.
Okay, I mean, you just go down,
Yeah,
take a
it's-
right, go through that door, that's the main area. I remember that much at least.
It'll be fine.
Okay, all right, well, are there, Fen, are there, tables and stuff in here that we could pull up to, kind of like a normal, like, modern public library?
Yeah, there were tables with people sitting at and reading.
Okay, I'm gonna I'll turn to Ruth and go. I'm gonna do a quick search and try and get us a table with a couple of free seats.
Ruth gives him a thumbs up. Go for
All
it.
right, see you around. And
I'll see you back here in a minute.
I go marching off and kind of looking through, just to find a couple of things that may strike my interest.
Nice.
Like, what are you looking for specifically?
I guess anything that may seem like something new that I have not read about.
Like going into fiction, non-fiction.
This is not just a church religious library.
It's like the city's public library, basically.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
It's mostly church texts and religious texts, but they have a small section, like a public library section.
Okay, I understand. No. I'm looking for maybe some texts that I don't know anything about. Does Solus have a just like a
side?
does like a Bible, just like a standard, like this is here's our main point text kind of a thing?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to get one of those, and then also pick up a couple of things that I haven't seen before, so I can start doing some cross-referencing with something that I have seen, because probably from small place that I've been, we've had like our quote-unquote Bible or whatever, as well as maybe a few other documents and texts, but not a whole lot.
Text section. It is. Well, you're a dwarf, right?
Yes, I am.
It dwarfs you.
Ha ha ha.
It is like massive and like several shelves, like all like 10 feet high shelves, just packed full of books. Some of them just packed full of scrolls. There's books, there's scrolls, there's
where to even begin, kind of a thing.
Yeah, where do I even begin? There's so many essays and studies.
Is there a card catalog? Is there a Rolodex or something like that I can start thumbing through?
There are signs on the shelves that tell you what the aisle is and what's in it. That's about it.
It's not the Dewey Decimal System. It's the Holy Decimal System.
There you go.
Exorcism. Exorcism.
There's also some side rooms that are closed off that have their own sign on them that contain more reference books and such.
Okay. Well, I think I'm just gonna kind of pull a few things that I've never seen before and just kind of sit down and start mulling over that. Just I don't really have a preference or anything like that. Just getting some new information, reading some new commentary, whatever the case may be that I find.
Well, while you're doing that, Midnight, what are you doing?
They don't know.
Okay.
I have something.
Rug, the other two people, the dwarf and the elf and the human. What are you doing?
I would like to close the door to the library and walk up to with Tassel in tow. I would like to walk back over to the staircase in the other door, and I would like to close there's no door there. I would like to close the door to the stairwell. And then I want to turn to Tassel, and very quietly, and very, really, really quietly, whisper, "There's relics here. There's relics that you could probably do something with, if you so choose."
Really? You told the rogue to steal shit?
I'm implying steal the relics. There's relics here.
I know that Rugden is not there currently, but I'm a little upset with you, Ruth. I'm a little upset with you, Teapot. All right, continue. Sorry.
There's relics here, and if you'd be so kind, if I find a text, would you help me get it out?
I could do my best, but not exactly the stealing type. I could probably try and bargain it for you if you'd like. I'm very good at doing that.
I'm not that kind of rogue.
I mean, you get the straight-laced, law-abiding rogue.
I'm not a law-abiding rogue. I'm not One, I'll sell him a fucking dagger and say, yeah, it was magically enhanced by the gods, and probably trying to sell it to him. For the thing. I'll lie to him, straight up, but I'm not the sort of person that'll be like, oh, hey, I like that. I'm taking that from you now. That's mine now.
Can I count on you to get me out of a bind if I do happen to need something from the library?
Yes. You can
Thank
just call me out. Tell me. I'll do my
Quietly,
best.
Thank you. Like, just, nods his head. Okay, let's go before anyone sees us.
Alright,
Kind of scoots.
I'll let him pass and then I'll follow him. Hopefully he remembers.
Make sure no one heard us. Looking both ways.
I would have made a
There's an
perception.
acolyte walking by, but he has his nose in the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and I will take you round front into the chapel proper and walking down the aisle.
I visibly get like uncomfortable with the amount of people and like how wide it is. I'm like, oh, I hate this place. I don't like this.
Nudges to him and whispers again, just keep your head down, it's fine. And
Yep. I am.
I should not be here.
He walks
Yeah.
all the way back.
Ba-ba-ba-da.
Ba-ba-da.
Oh, by the way, it's not here yet. I did buy y'all a crock pot, so it'll probably go to y'all's house. So just be looking for that. So it's not on the table, but I did get you a crock pot.
What?
That's sweet.
Wedding gift.
Oh.
Alright, hold on.
I always give people
need
crock
to-
pots.
Oh wait, shit, where'd
It's my MO.
Oh shit, she's gone. I see this. I'm like,
It's
oh
gone.
god.
Temple God is still there, though.
Ruth looks around confused. Where? He turns to one of the guard. Did you see a dragonborn in here?
Yes.
Do you know where
Do you
she
know
went?
where she went?
She left.
I
think
Ruth
she
looks at the
told
floor
us
and-
if we saw you, tell you that she was heading back to the bar.
No, I didn't. No. I didn't say shit. I just
Really?
left.
Really? I would assume
They may
you would
be
have told
lying.
the gods.
Nope,
like,
I didn't say shit. I just walked up and left.
okay, never mind then.
They don't
Edit
know
that out.
shit.
They said they just shrugged and go, we don't know where she went. She just left.
Ruth looks at the ground and goes, ah. There
I'm gonna
goes the
poke my head
bodyguard."
out the window.
Shit.
I'm gonna like stick my head outside to see if I can spot her. Just anywhere out there.
Tassel, new job
You
for
see the road coming up. You see the city in the distance. The sun's going about to go behind the mountain.
Ruth puts his hands together. Tassel. New job. for you.
Yep. Yeah. What's up?
Find our dragonborn.
I am on it.
Thank you. Ruth nods and does
Alright.
a 180 and goes right back in.
I am going to make a. Is it survival for tracking? Or is it like investigation to find them, or perception?
I do perception.
Perception?
I mean, she left like shortly after you went, and it's been maybe that was like what, like maybe 10 minutes worth of you being lost upstairs.
I guess
Yeah,
perception
you-
would be looking for them. Investigation is if you want to like ask people like, did you see so and so?
Yeah, I'm not asking. I'm more looking for tracks.
Yes, tracks in the stone sidewalk.
Well, see if there's any sort of.
She's kinda
markings
heavy.
Or
She's kind of hefty.
I don't know.
I mean, hey, claws might, shift the stone or something.
I don't
True,
know.
I guess that is kind of true.
No, she was wearing New Balance. She was wearing sneakers for sneaking.
Dang.
Oh no. Sneaky sneakers.
Alright. Well, yeah. Can I roll something to see if I can?
Well, you can do investigation. Like you could go back into town and ask people if they saw her, that sort of thing. Or
Alright,
maybe
yeah,
you
I'll
can
do
spot
that.
her at a distance because you're in a wide open area right now.
All right, I'll see if I can spot her. If not, I'll go into town and see if I can find out where she went to with some other rolls. So first would be a perception check to see if I can spot her. Just a one.
Roll for me.
+2. Roll.
Hey, look, guys, it's the first roll of the game.
How
Yeah.
fucking fancy.
Yeah, I am not going to use that dice again.
It's a digital dice. You can't.
This
I
is
know,
what you get for using digital dice, guys.
But it's a 3D dice.
It's true.
So are
That's-
the ones I hold in my hand.
The
No,
False
they're
gods
the
are angry with us.
three-dimensional. That's 3D. These are three-dimensional. Physical.
The fourth dimensional.
Alright, shut up.
You see you look down the road and it comes up the hill to the point of this cliff you're on, and you see some people walking about, but you do not manage to spot a black dragonborn.
Hmm.
You see
Alright, I'm gonna
a city.
Yes,
I'm gonna head
there's
into the city and see if I can find her. I'm gonna head back maybe through like some of the shops we went by. See if I can find anything that she might have been interested in. Maybe like some weaponsmith or a blacksmith of sorts.
That's gonna be a long walk because those are near the front of the city.
Well, didn't we go through some stores to get to this
Yes.
place?
Yes.
How long did it take?
Stores, the bookstore, a few other high class stores.
I'm gonna go check out the jewelry store then, I guess.
Which
See
one
if
do you
she's
have
there.
the gems in to be sold?
I have 2 diamonds, I think. Hold up.
Yeah, you have 250. I think what was it? 25 gold gem pieces.
I believe so. Yeah, hold up. Phone set to 2 gems, 50 gold pieces each.
Okay. We can handle that. Well, it's gonna take you a couple of at least maybe 5-10 minutes to walk there.
Yeah, I'll do that. I remember it. Like, well, I may as well. That'd help me find her if I get the gold for it. I'm the sort of
Feels-
person that I don't usually do a lot of my own work myself. If I have no idea how to do something, I'll pay someone who knows what they're doing to do it.
Of course.
Yeah. If I know what I'm doing, fuck trying to hire anyone else. I'm the one who does it. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I'll sell them if I can.
Okay. Well, while you're in transit, let's go back to purple and blue friend.
Yeah, the best colors.
Purple and blue, purple and blue. I'm reading.
You just grabbed whatever you could manage to actually reach on the shelves in the religious section that you didn't recognize. You have a few essays on this
Exchange religions.
general studies of the Words of Solace. You managed to pick up one interesting book about the prehistory of Solace back in the Forgotten Ages.
Ooh.
Which is it's really scant because you know it's lost history. There's basically just some speculations and such.
Gotcha.
But it's pretty much more the same anyway.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of people expounding upon
Yes.
a lot of the stuff that I've heard before, things like that. Just saying it in different ways. More scholars.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, but this prehistory of Solace, you've pointed that out, so therefore it's grabbed my attention. What's that about? Because this is something that I probably have not heard before, right?
Yes, it's a book. It contains several references and theorizing of the existence of Solace and his worship before the fall of the old world. Before the old ages were ended by the darkness.
And how long ago, for me to know, how long ago was that cataclysmic event?
How old are you again?
How old am I? Jesus.
I should have probably told you that you can't be older than a certain amount.
I don't have an age. I mean, I'm a dwarf. I'm probably like, I don't. I've come into at least adulthood, maybe a couple 100 years old, 250, something like that.
It's the year 999. The cataclysm happened at literally the year 0. They restarted the calendar because they lost all the history.
Gotcha. How long do dwarves actually
it's year
live?
999.
Oh
so it's
no,
990
fuck.
years
Sorry.
ago.
On average, they lived about 350 years, so I'm probably like 150.
Yeah. So
Which
it was
means like
999 years ago.
I'm about, oddly enough, I'm about 30. So
Yeah, I was thinking. It was 999 years ago that the cataclysm happened.
that makes sense. That's a pretty big date to start a calendar with.
Yep, year 0.
So this is talking about before that.
Yes, because history was pretty much lost, and
Yeah.
I could go into a lot of detail about what you may or may not know about it if you actually ask questions about it.
Okay.
But mostly just talk about the old world and some things about Solace worship because occasionally some people manage to dig up old markings of an 8-pointed star from ancient ruins. So they think it's linked to Solace worship before the fall. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
I'm writing stuff down. So I'm trying to split up my I'm trying to multitask. Okay.
Like,
So I guess what would Rugden have known? Can I roll a check?
you can roll a history check.
Yeah, let me roll a history check. So let me
You want your elf friend to come up with you first?
Has he gotten back? That's the
He's
question.
in the room.
I
Well,
mean, I don't know when I get back because you might have just grabbed the book and been reading, so I was just gonna wait till.
Like I say, you can come back now.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be reading his book, so you keep
Sure.
doing your thing.
okay.
We
Well,
want
I
to do a
will
history
roll.
check on what you may or may not know about, like anything specific you want to know about the Lost Ages.
I first want to kind of do just a general of what do I know? What does Rugden know going into this beforehand?
Make
So-
a roll history check.
Boop. That's
17.
16 plus 1, 17.
Nice. You know. Let me get into narrator mode. You know, in the ages before recorded history, the Lost Ages, that the world had actually expanded to the height of magical and scientific power. Like science was magic and magic was science.
Gotcha.
Alchemists could turn lead into gold. Great flying fortresses existed. Airships were commonplace. And that it was all overseen by the what is a lot of people know as the First College. As the your local elf could probably tell you a lot more about.
Fair.
But as you know, near the end, you don't know much about the actual history because that was all lost. Any names of ancient kings or anything you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that near the end it said that the gods, the old gods, abandoned the world, except for Solace. The world was cast into darkness and consumed by it, by the great void that now surrounds all of the world. And Solace came into power, came and brought his light back to the world, and cast away from the darkness and left a place of land where life could live.
Okay.
And that is where you are now, in Kotoria. I'm probably mispronouncing that. I forgot to write down pronunciation again.
Ha, fair enough. It's your world. We can change it.
This is called dialect differences.
Yeah.
The lands of Kotoria are what Solace managed to save from the void.
And so, for
According
my
to history.
personal, for player character knowledge, was Solace a person or is Solace a god? Like, is he somebody who kind of rid the darkness from the land and we worship him as such, and he's kind of he's grown to mythical proportions, or
Now,
is this
what are you
literally
asking?
another
Are
god?
you asking as like what your character knows or what you know?
I guess what I personally like.
As a player or as a character?
Well, I guess that may be part of the world for us to discover. Then that's me as a player.
Okay, as a player and as a character, all you know is that Solace is a god. He is
Gotcha,
the last
okay.
remaining god. He is
Okay.
the only true god left in the world.
All right. Okay.
Other ones he's unworthy of worship for abandoning us, or just demons and evil creatures in disguise and pretending to be gods.
Okay. All right.
According to the teachings of Solace, anyway.
Exactly. Okay. So now that I've done that, I guess, do I roll like a research check or something like that to see what extra information I glean from this book? Or...
Sure, you go ahead.
Okay, let me look that up. So that would be
Okay.
a...
Is there a
would that
research
would be,
skill?
would that be investigation?
It would be an investigation research check, I think. I mean, I think, isn't there a research
Yes.
skill? I swear there was.
Nope,
Research
not on E5.
Oh, okay.
But I do have the perk for research, which is hilarious.
Well,
Yeah,
there you
so-
go. Yeah.
Well, what's the perk
There's
do?
history.
The perk itself actually just says that you know where to find information in
Ah, okay.
libraries, universities, etc. You just know where to find stuff. That's all it does.
Well, I guess at this point, have you gotten back and could he assist me? Could Ruith assist Rugden in
He could.
his
I mean,
search?
you gotten
if
back
he
now and
if
you-
he cares, if not, I mean, he's got his own shit to do. You know.
You haven't
back
asked me
now, so
yet
you can
either
do
in
whatever.
character, and I was just waiting for everything to get done before I ran off and did my research crap. So
Well,
if you
do
ask
you,
me in character, probably he'll probably say yes.
I see you walk in, and I guess I'll look up and I'll wave you over,
He'll walk
silently because it is a library.
He'll walk over and take a seat.
Wave quieter.
Ruth, I've found an interesting book about information on Solus and the world around us from before the cataclysm, before the wave of darkness swept over the world and everything like that. I know very little about it myself, other than kind of some pretty much what most anybody else would know about it. But these texts here seem to have some speculation or possibly some other insight into something, but I'm just having difficulty. It's so thick. I'm just having some difficulty making some heads or tails of it. You're an educated person as well, somebody who does a lot of research. Would you mind, before going off on your thing, kind of helping me kind of boil some of this down before I move on to doing some other things? Because it's just really grabbed my attention. There's so many other... I point to the stack of scrolls and books beside me. There's so many other things here that is just kind of spinning its wheels on things that I have already heard and actually talked about myself before. But this right here, this is just something new. And I kind of like rotate the book. Are you sitting next to me at the table or across from me?
He would have taken a seat next to you. Yeah.
Okay, I kind of shove it so that it is sitting in between us then. And I just kind of gesture.
Well, let me take a look. And he leans in and looks like an old hermit all of a sudden. Just kind of... He looks like the nutty professor suddenly got serious. And looks older and just focusing. And this is where I have to shamefully admit, I don't have investigation as a skill.
Well, I mean, you don't... That's legit.
Normal roll. Let's see what the result is. Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
Nice.
Not bad.
Flips through it.
I mean, my investigation would have been rolled at a -1 because my intelligence is poo-poo.
So what exactly are you investigating from the book? Just trying to glean some information that you don't know yet?
I'm trying to glean whatever Rugden is asking me for. And I just a direct... Rugden, what exactly do you want out of this book? What exactly...
What the fuck do I want out of this book? I don't know.
History.
Relics.
Yes.
You find a $20 bill stuck between two pages.
Oh, score.
Too bad they don't accept US dollars here.
Yeah. Oh, this is currency from the before period.
Yeah, it's a relic. There you go. You got your first relic.
From a far-off
no,
land known
kidding,
as
kidding.
Wisconsin.
Yes, what are you looking for specifically?
Player to player, in actuality, I know this is metagaming a little bit, but let me tell you a little bit about Rugden. Rugden has an 8 intelligence.
Okay.
he's intelligent enough in social situations and things like that, and
Gee, I would never have guessed.
well, I mean, he's a stuttering fool when it comes to people higher than his station and when it comes to personal things like that. But as far as book learning, that ain't his thing. And
Wait, you said he has
frustrates
an 8
him
to intelligence?
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean he can't read?
No. I'd have to have like a 3 or 2 to intelligence.
Because there's a guy on another thing who's only got an 8 intelligence and he can't technically read.
Well, he may be playing the character like that, but unless things have changed, unless things have...
Zorn, is he playing a barbarian?
Yeah, he is. That's
Barbarians can't read.
Cannot read by class. They cannot.
Okay,
period.
makes sense. Sorry.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Grog?
No, different character, different barbarian, but same basic premises. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not so much that. It's just
Cleric, dude, he can read.
I'm not. Yeah, I can read. I'm just not book smart, or it takes me a long time to like reading comprehension may be kind of not so great. And so really what I'm looking at is like, hey, can you hurry this along? Because you look like
Can I give you the dumbed down information of a summary of the book? Got it.
I would love the cliff notes of the history of the world part 0.
I would like to give him as much information as
So you want to read the entire book first?
No, I'm gonna basically summarize what I remember from memory, and after skimming the book, and tell him what I know.
You're just gonna skim the book. Let's look at the table of contents.
Look at the pictures.
Basically, yes.
It's so hard when there's no pictures, Ruith. It's so hard.
Well, basically,
Yes,
the quick skim in the book and reading a few pages, it's mostly just speculation and historical wondering about the the lost history.
Ruth
We'll
just
talk
reads
about-
to me the New York Times blurb that is
Yeah,
the
we're talking
review
about-
off the
a lot
back of the
it's talking
book.
About a lot of it is talking about the, like if some ancient ruins from back then have like 8-pointed star on them that they can see and find. It's rare, but they can find it, which makes them becomes to believe that Solace worship was actually around before the fall.
That or it was another kind of. Never mind. My heretic ass. Here's the short. Some people found some old rocks. We're not really sure what happened. And then, we summarize and theorize, but we don't have any concrete evidence on anything.
It seems like you're leaving out a lot of
I mean, it's all
nouns
theory
and
in
specifics.
It's
Yes.
all theory. It's not. We don't have any actual. It's called the Dark Age for a reason. We know nothing concrete about it.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Diddly shit.
yeah, he catches himself before he says a bit, and he's like, even. He looks around, remembers where he is. Yeah, we don't know everything. He looks around, almost slightly paranoid all of a sudden.
I kind of look around as well to see if what is it? What could he possibly be looking at?
Out of character, he doesn't say, "We don't even know if your god is real." Is
Yeah.
what he's gonna say.
Good save to not say that.
So that's what he was going to say. He did, but regardless,
I appreciate you not saying that. I think the party as a whole appreciates you not saying that.
yeah, this gave me a really short campaign.
Yeah. You are all stoned to death outside the city walls.
Good job, guys. Good job.
They wouldn't stone you. They'd
we
hang
get burned
you.
at the stake.
They'd hang you.
They take us up to the top of the Colossus and push us off and let us splatter against the ocean.
Sounds
Yeah,
about
that
right.
probably happened. I mean, it's a long way up.
Yeah. Which
Yes.
therefore means it's a long way
You
down.
actually might hit terminal velocity falling from the top of the Colossus.
All right, at some
Aside
point
from
in this
talking about
campaign.
execution, let's bring this slightly back on track.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Dark Ages. We don't know a ton about it.
yes.
Civilization kind of got crushed, but we survived with enough civilization to have a working society.
Okay.
There's a lot more I could tell you if you actually ask about it and roll.
I don't know what to possibly begin to ask about because I don't have the book in front of me. I mean,
Well, pretty much everything I told you personally, the elf would, elf would know.
Yeah.
Now when your name was
Question.
Elf, I can't be bothered to know
Were
your name.
any of the sciences and the magics from the old world, retained? Have we kept any of the old magic, the notes on old magic, the notes on old science?
how to make a blimp.
Yeah, have we retained things like that?
Not particularly. Like
Okay.
you know, things like that existed, but you can't. No one's really re-unlocked the research points for it yet.
Okay.
It's too far down the tech tree.
Okay, it's too far down the check.
I'll get there
so-
eventually.
I mean, they could probably make like really simple like hot air balloons and stuff like just like that, like small and simple ones. But
Okay.
things like the knowledge of how to create life from nothing and how
I
to
know
make
with-
like
I
how
know
to
the
make
Dark Age
these
itself is
massive
very-
match-powered airships and like how to cast Ultima. You know, you don't, no one's that's been lost.
Okay, fair. Do we know what exactly happened in the Dark Ages? Like, what caused the actual Dark Age, aside from the gods leaving? Like, alright, take it back. Let me reword that. Before Solus came to the world in the darkness, what was going on? Was it riots in the streets? Was it demons running amok? Was it...
It was the darkness.
Okay.
I mean, literally,
Gotcha.
you could walk to the edge of Cothoria, look over the edge, and you will see the literal void.
Okay, so you're an island floating in space. Got it.
Yes, basically.
One more question, because I have to ask this question. Is there anything regarding the stars at all? Is there anything commenting on the stars?
No, not in that book.
Didn't think so.
Well, thank you for assisting me. I've just never been much of an academic myself, a researcher, so it just takes me a little bit longer to kind of get my bearings and figure out what's important and what isn't, and what am I looking for even to begin with. So I know that you have your things that you have to go deal with, so I think I'm gonna mull over this a little bit more myself, and just kind of honestly, it may take me just reading this from cover to cover, but I don't want to hold you up anymore. You go do your thing.
Ruth nods and stands. Thank you for the understanding. He kind of pauses for a second. May Solus bless you in your search for knowledge.
Whatever.
I look up at Ruith with an eyebrow raised, and I go, "Thank you." Like, knowing full well that, I mean, I've at this point, I think Rugden at this point has gleaned that Ruith isn't like woohoo about Solus from a lot of his sarcastic and sardonic comments.
Everything
But
is a
he
sarcastic.
just kind of raised
Respects him
eyebrow.
enough to not
Yeah,
mess
I
with
just
it.
exactly. I just kind of nod, and I'm like, okay. And then Rugden. We have similar names. Rugden
Yes.
gets back to his shit, and you can go to your shit now. Let's see what you do.
Yeah. Ruith is going to make a beeline for the sciences section.
Don't get yourself
If-
in a twist just
If there's a
yet.
sciences.
So you manage to look around. You find a small side door, which I will ping for you. That has a label. Is basically labeled as like as reference of sciences and references.
There we are. He pushes on the door. He tries to open it.
I'm gonna say if you get specific how you're trying to open the door, I will be specific how the door opens.
I mean, I'm asking, is the door locked?
It
I
is
just
not
walk
locked.
through? Okay,
I
good.
beat the shit out of the door. Open it.
This
It's
is a
just
very
your
tiny
hands.
room.
Yeah, it's in a small room. It is like it's 20 by 10 basically. 20
Yeah,
feet
but
by 10 feet.
compared to the rest of the library, this is tiny.
Yes, it is. It is tiny. There's only the shelves are not all full. Some of them are actually empty, and it's kind of
Ruth seems
dusty in
very
here.
disappointed.
It's dusty in here.
All right, he's going to look around and see if there's anything on astronomy.
You find
Any
a
kind of
small. You
study.
actually find a small section of a book on things on astronomy, but it's literally nothing you haven't read before.
Damn.
Like the Free Colleges library has a much bigger section on astronomy than this place does. It's mostly the same essays and the one diary of an astronomer as he slowly goes mad trying to discover the secrets. That's a fun read.
Ruth is very disappointed in his lack of findings.
You also find a math book that's also been accidentally put in the wrong section.
Ruth picks up the math book and goes and reshelves it. Wait, the math isn't in the sciences area, is it? The math's in a different math area.
Algebra, calculus, astronomy, geology, geography.
It's actually kept in the sciences area in this library. It's science is like it's
all
like
the
the
same.
general reference area you're in.
He's gonna pick up the math book and go put it on the correct shelf, despite no one caring. Because he feels like he has to.
Organization is key.
Pick up, put away. He's now going to leave the sciences, being very disappointed in his find.
Wait, while you in there looking through all the books, make a like you said you were looking through the books on the stars and stuff.
He was looking for a certain book on sciences, something with astronomy that he hadn't have read before.
What's your
but he
passive
probably
perception?
Passive perception? As I scroll through, befuddling myself. 13 passive perception.
Oh wow.
Damn. You
That's
noticed that
enough.
one of the one diary I mentioned of the guy who went slowly insane. There's something sticking out of it like a piece of paper.
He takes it and opens it up as if it was a bookmark.
It's not a book. It's not a bookmark. Well, it might have been used as a bookmark, but it's definitely a folded piece of paper writing on it.
It's another $20 bill.
Rich. He unfolds the... Well, actually, I take back. Before he unfolds the paper, is there anything remotely magical or anything implying that it might be remotely magical?
No.
Okay, I did want to make sure I was, like, open up a scroll or something.
You did it before. It doesn't happen. It just tells you what it is on the inside of the scroll, basically.
Yeah, I know, but some scrolls are funky when they're just open, they trigger. Anyway.
True. I mean, you will find those in this world, too.
Yeah, like especially,
let's open the scroll. Oops, you just summoned a beholder.
Beholder, or, you cast fireball on yourself or something. But yes, he opens the paper up.
It's like a small hand-drawn map on the inside. It's some notes, some guy who's he's searching, similar to you, searching for more research materials. He has some small scribbles on the margins of this little old map he has. He left it accidentally while he probably reading the book and using it as a bookmark.
What's the map of?
It is. You don't recognize it. It is a small region of land. Which one of you actually has carrying the map with you?
That would be me.
Bought? Okay, you would have to compare it to that and know where it is, but...
Is there anything, labeled of interest on the map? Like, any circled areas, any stars,
Yes.
any...
It does have the... On the little map, it does have the little official stamp of the free college on it, actually. And it mentions a possible archaeological dig site.
In an astronomy book. Now...
You said it was probably left there by mistake. It probably has nothing to do with astronomy itself, but...
Or it might. Just out of curiosity, being from the college, he would know, or I might know, I wouldn't say he would. He might have heard about, we might have done a dig somewhere, or we might have heard about a dig. Would he have heard about this dig that's going on?
Roll history.
Roll history.
Roll digitude.
Character
Roll
sheet,
earth
where's
sense.
Where's my history? Oh, I have a good history. Ow. Fudge. Got an 8.
I'll let it slide because you off into college. I will give you a little bit of bonus. I'll give you
+1.
advantage on the roll since you're actually from the college.
Oh, okay, sure, I'll take advantage.
Because you are actually from there, so you would probably at least have heard. Plus, you are from.
Yep. I deserve that one.
I don't know you. I see a 19. What about you? Do you see a 19?
No, I see a 9.
Fuck you. You.
I see a 9, sir.
There is no movie magic.
There was a few digs out here that they managed to get done, but this one you don't recognize the area on the map at all, so you're completely unsure if this is actually a place that has been done before.
He's going to... There's nothing else interesting on this map. Nothing new, or there's no notes written about what the dig site might be, or
Just that there was on the map. There is an image. What a dig site is of an 8-pointed star. That's all the dig site is pointing to. And also several question marks around it.
What about the page it's on? Is there anything?
Is this a random page near the end of the book? Like I said, it was probably the guy who was using it accidentally left it there.
Okay, that was out of character. The thought process was he might have bookmarked this page with the note for purposes of, this is a good page where it's referenced here that this event happened or whatever.
Nope, the page it's on is literally just the guy. He's already descended into madness. It's just gone insane while trying to figure out the meaning behind the stars. You've read the book before.
Professor.
You know how it ends.
Okay. He's going to take the note and close the book back and reshelve it. He's going to walk back out into the library proper. Back to, come on, select move. Back to Rugden and sit across from him this time. He's going to sit across instead of next to.
I'll allow it.
And very politely ask, can I see your map?
Which one?
The big one.
Oh, sure. 1 second, and I guess have my backpack, my traveling pack in the chair next to me, and I find the tube, and I just hand the whole fucking tube over to Ruith.
Ruith takes the tube, pops the map out, and spreads the entire thing across the,
Hey, whoa, and I'm like, it's like covering up my shit. I'm like, whoa, hold on a second. I'm like moving my stuff kind of out of the way now. I move my backpack to the floor. I move my backpack to the floor so that I can put the books in the chair next to me that I was looking at. Like, dude, come on.
I need to find something. And he starts comparing the little scribble map. Stop.
You helped me. Is there anything I can help with? Probably not, but I mean...
He points to the scribble map, and he points to the big map, and he starts, you see his eyes start darting between places.
Glancing at the small map, is there anything that I would recognize just out of fucking nowhere? That I would... As if by magic...
You see the 8-pointed star of Solace on the,
Okay.
See, like it's not really the star, but it's definitely an 8-pointed star. It's kind of
it's very similar, kind of like a more rudimentary.
It's like there's just scribbled on there on the little hand-drawn map.
Question.
Go for it.
Would there be, like, this is out of character, still to try to help Crash. Would there be any sort of like contours or mountain markings? Because then, if that's the case, if he knows what they look like on a map, he may be able to point out that one might have a cave in it. That one looks like it might have a structure to it. Like, he might have been able to do that because he's a dwarf, right? He'd have that sort of knowledge.
Or if it may be from an area that I'm actually back home is basically it. If it's not, then it's like, fuck, I don't know. But I may be able to help recognize a pattern or something like you were talking about.
Formations and such.
Yeah.
You want to make a check on that?
Yeah, I'd love to.
See if you can actually discern the.
Oh boy!
Roll dice.
Oh boy!
What am I rolling?
It's an investigation check.
Okay. Let's see. So we do this, and we do this, and this.
In fact, no, don't roll an investigation check at all. I'm actually going to give you the scrap of map it's showing. You can try to figure it out yourself what it is.
Oh, fuck
Man. Fancy pants. McGillicuddy over here handing out
Just
maps.
give me a second, 'cause I need to actually get that piece of map off of it. Like, cut that piece of map off.
All right.
And like remove and like hide the name because it's showing the name on the map where it is, but I want to keep that hidden actually.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to go to the potty, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, so we've got the map out on the table.
What?
Yeah. Lilith starts comparing, mountains, trees, where
it's harder for me to look at it since Rugden is looking at it upside down. Yeah.
Ruith As he's looking along, he's kind of tracing with his finger along both maps at the same time, and he points really hard on the map. And actually, are these tables wooden or stone?
They're wooden.
So there's a
He points
thunk.
really hard on the wooden table, and it makes a sound like almost like a knock.
I jump because
Here.
I've been like staring at. Rugden has been staring and slowly but surely like hunching and like getting his face closer and lower to the map. So he's actually kind of startled.
Shh.
Found it.
And what's over there?
Ruth pauses. I don't know,
Good answer.
but I'm gonna
Whoa.
find out.
How far is that from Sun's Landing?
He puts a finger on the broken tower, and he slides his finger over to Sun's Landing. And you can see it's obviously crossing the river, and it's halfway across the continent.
It's not really a continent. It's kind of across the region.
Yeah, it looks to be
Region,
like 15 miles away, probably.
Each one of these squares is how many miles?
1 mile.
Oh, 1, 2,
Approximately.
it's like 15 or whatever.
Yeah.
So, Ruth is gonna pick up the little scrap of map. I'm gonna go talk to the high priest about this and see if I can ask him about it.
About it. I was about to say, what do you suppose is there?
It was in one of the astronomy books, so there might be answers to what I'm looking for. If not, there might be answers to the Dark Ages.
Interesting.
He folds it in half and starts walking.
Okay, and I guess I'm gonna roll up my map again and put it back in my tube. I kind of look over my shoulder as he exits the room, just kind of like after him, and then I just kind of, after he's out of sight, I kind of turn and start moving my books back from the chair to the table and spreading them back out to kind of continue what I was doing. So, i.e., I do not go with him.
Yes.
Gotcha. You get crushed by falling rocks.
Oh, shit! Libraries are so dangerous nowadays.
Right?
I should have stayed out of the adventure section. Should have gone back into romance.
Oh, for
Suddenly
sure.
The Dark Brotherhood shows up.
Oh, kinky.
God, that'd be... Yeah, no. Anyway. Whoop. So I slowly and almost irreverently beeline it back to High Priest Man's office.
Door's locked.
He knocks.
No one answers.
He's
He
dead.
knocks again.
Nobody answers.
Are all office hours posted on the outside? Like maybe he's done at 5 or something.
Nope, no posted. He's just not there.
The room disappears into the void.
Ruth kind of taps his foot. Well, who else would have records? Paladins. Paladins would have records.
DJs would have records.
Ruth is going to walk back up the hall and start meandering back toward the Paladin barracks.
Oh god, this doesn't.
This is a terrible idea.
I will sit back and watch.
Okay.
Are the large stone doors still open?
They closed.
I mean, are they? Can I still open them with ease?
Oh yeah, they're unlocked.
Okay, he can walk in.
Yes.
He walks in and looks directly at the paladins guarding the door.
They look back but don't say anything.
Ruth approaches and stays about, I don't know. How far is 10 feet away? He's gonna stay about 10 feet away. Excuse me.
Yes, citizen.
Where might I find information on a historical dig site that may have gone on some time ago? Do you have a records section at all?
If it's not in the library, it wouldn't be in the library. That's right. It would be in the library's basement in the public records.
Thank you. He turns to go and then turns sharply back around.
I'm sure the Paladin Commander might have knowledge of it too. If you want to ask her,
Would she be willing to talk to me about it?
They look at each other, look back at you. We don't recommend it. But she is a public servant, so you are allowed to talk to her if you still need to.
Ruth fishes into his, he unbuttons the top button on his shirt and he reaches in and he pulls out a, what did they actually call it again? What was the official term for it? It was he pulls out his diploma. I'm from the college.
Oh, you're from the college. Yeah, we definitely don't recommend it.
His face kind of sinks like, ugh. He almost says things, but...
Ignore that.
Well... He kind of looks at the ground and ponders for a moment.
Look.
Like Pooh Bear, think.
Yeah, literally like Pooh Bear, think Pooh Bear.
Look. The public records should have what you're looking for. Just go through back to the library. He motions the door to the north, and it's the it's the far door on the northeast end of the library.
Thank you. And he starts walking toward the door, and he looks over his shoulder, and he raises his finger and looks like he's about to say something. But he stops, and he turns around and walks through the door.
That paladin is pretty chill, actually.
Yeah, no,
probably too chill.
Yeah.
Of course, they definitely look low rank.
Yeah, low rank, still enough to kick my ass.
Pretty much, yeah.
I would assume Rugden sees me come through the paladin barracks.
I think I'm pretty focused. I probably don't notice.
Then you don't see me. Just walking down the, not in stride, but tall and with confidence, with a piece of paper in his hand and a walking stick in the other.
I'm not saying anything.
He just keeps walking. What's the flooring in the library?
It's, stone.
He's probably not quiet then as he's walking across with a stick that's going kung, 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 with every.
Yeah, you get a lot of angry glares. I would think he would know better. I would think he would know better.
It's a walking stick. He doesn't seem to notice or care if you have a walking stick. In his mind, it's a walking stick. I need it.
Though, to be fair, the college's libraries aren't anything but quiet.
Yeah. He goes to the records section and tries to enter if it's open.
The door you have gone to is unlocked, and I'm not going to say anything.
Yep. He's going to...
People at home, tell me, why am I not saying anything?
He goes
By the way, you're in a hallway.
Keeps walking through the hallway. All the way.
You see several windows that look out into the garden. As you walk down the hall.
That's a pretty garden. But it's not what I'm here for.
Indeed.
Keeps walking.
You come to a fork in the hall, and there's a lovely fork in the hallway that goes down multiple directions.
Is there any labels on doors or anything?
No. One second, gotta get the reveal tool.
Oh boy, this is...
I'm just waiting for you to realize that he said northeast.
I knew that.
And you went northwest.
I knew that. I totally knew that. What's this one over here? While I'm down over here.
It is a double door.
Okay, that is a double door.
Yeah, those are double doors.
And this one over here is also just a double door?
Yes.
None of these have...
That one is different. That one's, like, made of metal and... That's a metal door, actually. That's one like wooden. That one's more actually made of iron and iron. It's a raw iron door, and it has bars. So you can see through it a little bit. At least from where you're standing, you can see.
He's gonna walk up to it and look through.
You see a very large domed room with a big old hole in the center. Several guards. I'm not gonna put them on the map, but there are a few guards standing around the room, and over the hole you see chains suspended going down into it, and they're actually moving and like cranking something up. And as you watch for it, a large like wood and metal platform gets raised up, and several people wearing like sailors' outfits are unloading boxes.
Ruth is gonna stand off to the side and just kind of silently watch to see what's going on.
People, the sailors are unloading boxes from the. It's basically a elevator, like a freight elevator almost.
Okay, it's just a freight elevator. Oh my god, I thought it was like a bottomless pit or some shit.
No, it's like, you remember there's a entrance way to the docks into here, where the
Gotcha. Okay.
dock directly to the chapel. This is basically the way up and down.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
It's basically good. Elevators are not unheard of, but they are definitely a sight to see by people who've never seen them before.
mm,
You can also see the really two like some really burly shirtless men off to one side next to Crank to operate it.
after spending far too long watching, before realizing, oh wait, it's just an elevator. He turns around and goes down the other way, the hallway.
Oh, you don't want to keep watching the big burly men cranking away?
It might be an
I thought
artifact.
it was something different.
Yeah, the artifact is a big sweaty dude.
Look, I thought they had like a demon or some shit chained up in the pit for some reason.
I thought about that for a second too, and just like, nothing.
Yeah.
So you come to
Goes
the big
to-
pair of double doors. They are just simple wooden doors, unadorned, unmarked.
Push.
They push open, and you are met with the sight in Seabury. You're outside. You see several other small side buildings. If you actually look at the main map of the city, you can see all the side buildings are not actually mapped out here because
Okay.
they're unimportant. But there's like some tents set up around here by pilgrims who happen to be allowed to be camped out on the area.
Okay. This is not where I'm supposed to be.
Yep.
Turns around and he just starts. Well, he's gonna
It's easily lost.
look. He's gonna spend far too long looking at each of these doors to try to figure out what the hell he did wrong. But I'm just not gonna. We have to move this along at some point.
Yeah.
So assume he walks around. Oh, well, I can't say that actually.
I assume
because
that
it
you
might be shit.
you've checked all the rooms, right?
Yes, there's nothing important in any of the rooms.
No, but some of them
So check
have
this
like
one.
some of them
that
have like
one.
a few tables and stuff in it. Some people like obviously like this city like sitting areas. One's is full of boxes, you know.
This seems like a storage area for the most part.
Yeah, it's basically.
So in the interest of time, I'm not going to make you undo all the doors. I'm actually going to go where I'm supposed to and go northeast because
But
I'm
you,
an idiot.
I want to undo them all because you went. Well, at least you went to those three.
Yes, I at least went into those three before realizing, you know what, F this. I'm not in the right place. Actually, wait, what's in the triangle room?
That is there's a small stained glass window on the wall, and it just says it's really dusty and there's just some crates in here. It's obviously an unused room.
Stained glass window, lots of crates.
Did somebody say triangle room?
Yes.
All right.
Do I get any magical feeling in this room? Is there any kind of magic tingling?
No.
Damn.
Just the regular kind. You have to go to the restroom.
Yes.
Well, in that
But you
case,
have
I will
not-
actually...
You have not found the potty yet.
Rip.
Well, the potty's really just the streets outside, but, you know...
Excuse me.
Question.
Where? I need to find the little wizard's room.
Okay, he's going to deduce that I am in the wrong complete area and walk back out to the library.
Like, how dare that guy give me completely correct directions and I ignore them?
Yes.
We're really bad at following directions.
I know, right?
Could
I just forget. I personally have a shitty memory.
Look, so do I. Oh, look, I confused northeast with northwest. East? I thought you said west.
That's west, Teapot. So you're gonna go into the northeast room now?
Yes, I'm going to go to the northeast. Figuring out, I wonder, he probably said north. Yes, okay, and then he's going to...
You went to the small side room. There's some crates on the side. There was another few shelves with some books. And they look like record books. And there's a staircase going down with a sign that says records, and it's pointing public records. This arrow pointing down it.
Walking down.
You enter the small. It's not like a big basement, but it's definitely it's about as big as the library upstairs. Just full of like records. And the worst
cracks
part of
his
it.
knuckles and
The worst part of it is that they are sorted by date, not by category.
let's do this.
Let's do this shit.
He's going to, in his normal scholarly fashion, start going through the records, trying to deduce. So if we have a note here, and the dust was this old in the room, what date might it be around? And he's just gonna basically go at it blind.
Roll a history check.
Oh boy, history.
I want you to do something, because it will definitely help you if you manage to deduce it. You will deduce it. You know oh, someone call you.
Yeah, they've been calling me all day. It's annoying.
Oh fun.
Teapot, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you remember that the first like official like allowed archaeological digs in the country were allowed about only 100 years ago.
So he starts at 100 years ago and starts working forward.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which I will assume will take some time to find. So
It will take you 1d6 plus 2 hours to find what you're looking for.
okay, he's just gonna sit here for the next couple hours.
I'm gonna roll it. Actually. I was gonna ask you to roll it though.
Oh, you go. You want me to roll it or? Oh shit. Did I just
I'll
roll
roll it.
Okay, you roll it.
It's 1d6. 1d6 plus 2 hours. It's gonna take.
Ouch.
So it's gonna take you 7 hours to search through and actually find what you're looking for.
All
No
night.
long rest for you.
No, that is where you're wrong, sir. I can get a long rest in 4 hours and only be in a trance.
So you're gonna
Right.
spend how long?
Elf.
A week?
You're gonna spend 7 hours in the dusty, unkept record basement with
Yes.
only really dim light to go by.
Yes, I have dark vision. I have dark vision
Now
and
that I think
spell
about it,
light.
this is part of your character's natural habitat.
Yes, he is a basement-dwelling,
It's your
scholar.
favorite terrain.
Nerd.
Yes. So, on to the more interesting parts of the campaign.
Yeah, let's get Zorn in here. He's been AFK the entire first episode.
Yeah, pretty much. We should probably get Zorn back in here. So, actually, Mr. Midas Tassel, my
Yeah.
friend,
Yeah.
did you sell those jewels? Or
I went and I bargained and I tried to get both of them for 75 instead of 50.
roll for it?
Alright.
Roll persuasion.
Oh,
Or barter-
sweet. I'm
roll
good at that.
barter.
I don't... okay. So that's a plus 5. I don't want to go minus. 5, 20 rolled. Go! Let's do it! 15.
The jeweler stands firm on the 50 gold piece of price.
On 15? Dang.
50.
No, I'd like on a roll of 15. Dang, that guy's hardy.
Yeah.
Oof. Alright,
Dude,
I'll...
the jeweler is in a really big port town with a lot of people always want to haggle. Of course they're going to be really good at haggling. And really stand firm. Do you sell?
I sell one of them. Because they're
Congratulations,
50 each.
You have now plus 50 gold piece.
Yeah, I have 50 gold pieces, so that's 72 gold I have on me. Happy with that.
Now what do you do?
Alright, I'm gonna go start asking around town. Maybe like a couple of guards, asking for like a black dragonborn. Maybe like someone tall, stout. Prefer probably female.
Sour
And
demeanor.
yeah, takes no shit, sort of thing.
You just describe like every dragonborn female who's ever come through here.
Even the black one.
Yes, especially the black ones.
Wow. All right. Have they seen any today? Oh, this afternoon, within the last 4 hours.
No. Yes.
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 Sweet. Can you put? Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Could you please?
Oh my god.
Ugh. Could you please give me some
It's a bum.
directions?
Yeah, it's a bum.
Yeah, I figured. Excuse me, sir. Perchance, have you seen any sort of dragonborn walking by here within the last 4 hours? Black, tall,
Maybe.
has some
Maybe
sort
I
of
have.
throwing.
Perhaps you could refresh my memory by donating to the poor.
I'm gonna go.
He
Look
holds
for a
out
guard.
holds a hand out.
I'll throw him a silver piece, and if he doesn't talk, I'm going to go look for a guard.
I did see one recently. Tall,
Where?
beautiful creature.
This guy.
She went that way.
Can I roll an insight check to see if he's fucking bullshitting to me? Fuck that guy. Character sheet, insight. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Intimidation, investigation, insight. Oh, ugh. Not bad.
As far as you can tell, he's pointing a direction that might be the right way.
I'm just checking if he's lying or not.
He looks like he's telling the truth. He has an
Alright.
honest face.
Trying to have a stroke. I'll walk off.
Have a good day, you little elf. Elf's so tall. He just
Alright.
he slumps over to the side as you walk away. And some guards walk up, look at him, poke him a little bit, and then just drag him away.
That works for me. I'm glad he got dragged away.
Public drunkenness is while drinking is legal, public drunkenness is not.
Figured as much. So he may not have even seen a dragonborn. Fantastic. Well, I'll head over to where he pointed me to.
I should have did that. Should have did this before. I mean, since you two are pretty much stuck in that chapel for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was something
Yeah.
I want to do real quick before we get too far ahead. I probably should have did it already.
Probably, but you were enjoying yourself by craning some guy up out of a well.
Yep, I know. 1 second. Okay, got that. Gotta open this. Pick that. Yes.
Kick someone? Why would you kick someone?
I didn't kick anyone.
I thought you kicked someone.
No. Why would I kick you?
Why would you
Burnt.
kick me? He's kicking
Maybe.
me, guys. He's scaring me.
Okay.
Wait. What's the NM? I want NM.
Did someone's phone ring?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay, because I could have just swore something buzzed in my earpiece.
Mm.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a bee. I'm a human.
Do you want us just to mute ourselves and you can talk with Zorn? Because I'm guessing that's what you're doing.
What? No, I'm not talking to someone. I'm loading something. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
So we're in the church. We're in the church. Which
I
is
am
huge.
unprofessional.
Zorn's probably out in
Huge
the
church.
courtyard of the church, killing people. Be like, fuck all of you.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if Midnight was all dueling against the paladins.
You know, that would be
Getting
cool.
sparring matches in.
I mean, I know what midnight is, actually. Personally, I know what
I'm
she
sure
is.
you know, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
Yeah, you have that sort of eye, like that bird's eye view sort of thing. You have an idea on where most people are.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to change you guys to a different map right now. Whoop. Hello.
Uh-oh. The map.
Hello.
It's the map.
On the map.
Oh my
On
god.
the map.
On the map.
The map is alive. Load it. Ooh, it's crystal clear.
Yeah, I know. One second,
And so detailed.
This
rid
is
of
the
that.
Wait, hold on. I'm on the wrong button. That's the chapel, right? Where I pinged.
Yes.
Yes. Just give me a.
And this
give me
is
a
the
second, please.
barracks.
That's the fortress on the other side. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a fortress and there's a garrison. Got it.
Well, the paladin garrison. The paladins stay in the church. Well, that's just like the normal army garrison.
Oh, gotcha. Right. Okay. The army isn't made of paladins.
Yeah, no, they have a standing army of just regular soldiers. Yes.
Right.
And they also have the elite paladin corps, of course.
Can you
Yeah.
draw circles on like places we've been around, so I sort of know where I'm going?
1 second. Let me just.
We're all
That
outside.
is,
Pull a.
The first just spit you out in like a cute tune like manner. I was reading. Come on.
God damn it! I was so close. I only have like 10 minutes left on my timer.
God damn it.
Yeah, you two are currently still there.
Yes.
Catherino is if I
Elsewhere.
mispronounce that name, is somewhere, which I'm not going to show you because and. Can you move your characters just to make sure I got that set up right?
Nope.
I can't.
Nope.
Oh, what? You should be able to move your characters. It's designated by your character.
Nope.
Well, I don't know what's going on then.
It's not like it's a big deal though, because we're stuck in the darn chapel anyway.
If they're new icons, then you may need to redo it.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I am in fact an idiot.
You're
Oh.
welcome? Question mark?
Okay.
I had them set to the map layer.
There it is.
Okay, you two are still
I-
in the church. Midnight somewhere else. Currently, you I don't have the lower level maps set right now, but you can see the pretty much the lower levels anyway. You are kind of in this region right now,
Alright, cool.
and the bum pointed you that general direction, north.
Alright, well, I'm gonna head up towards the north and see if I can find anything. See if there's any commotion or whispers of a
There's not
dragonborn.
really any commotions or anything. You recognize where you are. You're at the notice board.
Oh, notice board.
You're on the
what's
second
the
layer.
notice
You
board?
notice board, and like to your north is the inn that you guys have been staying at.
Yeah. Oh wait, he probably did go back to. Probably went to bed, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna head to the inn. Then
The
in that
sun
case,
is actually starting to go down now. It's getting dark out.
before I go to the inn, I'm gonna check out the notice board, and then I'm gonna go to the inn.
What are you looking for?
Just any sort of jobs or like wanted posters.
Wait, you see the
See if there's
general
anything-
amount of general wanted posters, except for the kobold one, which has been removed actually.
Nice.
We did it.
Yay! Is there any like
I swear to say thief
alias
can't.
names I know of, or any names that I may have heard of? No.
I was gonna say, I swear to say thieves can't.
Well, I can use these. Can't. Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. I
Because I
completely forgot about it.
already told you what was written on this board before, and thieves can't.
That's true.
If you've
I'm
got
gonna
to
go
write
into the inn and the cafe we stayed at were the same place. Or the bar we stayed at the same place, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna head in there and go towards that table that I wrote in thieves can't. Like, is there any jobs or like what's going on?
That's
Has there been a reply yet or no?
Well, yeah, move your character up there.
I don't know which one it is.
I'm pinging it on the map.
Oh, geez, you're way up there.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I go that way, I guess.
The red buildings are the important ones that you know of.
Alright, well, I'm there.
1 second, I need to...
On the way there, I'm also looking at, like, the walls and back alleys to see if there's anything interesting going on.
You see some people hanging out and like occasionally glaring at you, but nothing comes of it.
Yeah, I don't linger too long to make it look like I'm staring. I just sort of look down the alleyway. If they spot me, I'm like, okay, see me. I'll keep going.
You enter the place, and the bartender's there. Sunny is not currently around, and it's actually pretty full up right now.
Hmm.
So
Is
the
anyone
table
at
you
our
were
table?
sitting at- What?
Yeah. Is anyone at our
you were
table?
sitting at is no, it's empty.
No. I'm gonna
There
check.
are a few
to see
empty
if there's-
tables and chairs, but you know it's actually pretty busy right now. A lot of people drinking and having a good time, getting ruckus.
Okay. I'm
The
gonna
smell
see
of
if there's
cooked meats and fishes fill the air.
Nice. I am hungry now. Damn it.
So you sit
I'll
down,
go check.
you check your thieves' cant you carved under the table, right?
Yep. Is there any reply?
Actually, yes.
Ooh.
There is a
What's
reply.
been said?
New table, who dis?
There's a simple reply. It says, it's really few, it's enough information for you to know what to look for, but not enough that someone who's not supposed to know, not like a guard or something, would be able to really decipher it.
Yeah.
It basically says, it's second. It says it's the word second and pawn and delivery and illegal.
Gotcha. I'm gonna hold on. Let me write that down. Can you type that to me in Discord real quick? Or no?
Yeah, I can.
Thank you.
It's
With that, I'm
me
just gonna go look for the. I'm gonna go head upstairs towards where.
also there
the
was
rooms that
a call and response listed, if you know what that means.
I don't. What does that mean?
It basically means that you slip this word into your sentence, and if the person's response contains this word, then you're good to go. Then you know who each other are.
Okay.
It's basically like a little code word that you slip into a sentence naturally, and the person should respond the next sentence with the response, a call and response.
What is the what are the words?
Let me tell you, the words on the table were as again it was the word second, pawn, delivery, illegal. And the call and response words were. Let me the call was the call was on the morrow, and the response should be. The response should be when daylight breaks.
When daylight breaks.
There.
Thank you.
Do you think you can decipher what all those words mean?
Probably not, but I'll figure it out.
I mean, do you want to do an insight check? I mean, you are a thief. You should be able to maybe decipher something.
I mean, if it's thieves' can, I think I'd be able to read it without having to deal with it.
I mean, that's literally all that's written there. Basically, it's trying to be as vague as possible to prevent someone from who they don't want to get there to get there.
Okay, so even someone who knows thieves can't.
Even someone who knows thieves can, that's all you get. It's basically
Gotcha.
it's basically codes to help you maybe find the place you're supposed to be.
Gotcha.
you-
I'll roll then.
But definitely, since you're not a local, it'll probably be harder
Yeah,
because it's
Little bit.
basically it's the local code.
I am proficient in thieves can't.
Yeah, but each I would expect different dialect, the different little code phrases and stuff that pop
Yeah.
up depending where you are.
That's fair. Okay, what would I need to roll for that?
Just we'll see if you can puzzle it out yourself.
I'm not good with these.
Just talk out loud. Just yeah, second pawn delivery illegal.
Second point delivery leader. I'm guessing that the idea of the job description call on the marrow.
The call and response has nothing to do with the actual job. It's just basically the code phrase. Let the guy who wants to hire know that you're the guy who's looking for the job.
Gotcha. All right, pawn.
The main 4 words are the words pertaining to the job itself. Particularly, I will tell you that you know some basic code that most leads ever is the first 2 generally tell you where to meet. This last 2 tell you some basic details on the job.
I figured as much. How you said it. I'm just trying to figure out what second pawn would be.
Well, think you are in a tiered city.
That is true. I complete. Well, the second level, I'm guessing, is second. But then pawn shop, maybe.
Yeah, second level pawn shop.
Second level pawn shop, and it's a delivery of illegal goods. Alright, got that. While I was walking by, did I see any pawn shops on the way
You
back?
did not notice any pawn shops. You stuck to the main roads. You didn't see any actual pawn shops on the main roads.
Alright.
So there are a lot of back roads and small side streets.
I'll look for that tomorrow then. That'll be my thing. Looking for a pawn shop tomorrow.
Sunny comes up to you.
Oh, hello.
Hey there, darling.
How you doing?
I don't know why I'm out. I don't know why I have a southern drawl suddenly. Did I give her a southern drawl before?
Yes,
I
you
forget. Huh. Well, hey there, honey. Can I get you something?
Oh, no,
Where's your
some fish would be
Where's
really
your
nice.
friends?
Well, 2 of them at the church, and we are missing a dragonborn at the moment.
Oh, she's here.
I figured as much.
She
If she wasn't here, then she'd be
She all
doing
went
something
back to the bedroom.
else. Okay. I'll probably be heading up there after I have something to eat. Can I get some fish? If you
Ah, sure.
cook,
We got some
thank
fresh
you.
fish caught right from the bay.
Sweet.
She goes and puts you in your water. So,
I'll sit at the
what
table
about
and
the
just
rest
wait.
of you doing? It's been. You're probably gonna be there. You're gonna be at the church. So I'm saying you're gonna be at the church for a long time. Like, I think one of you is gonna at least come back to the inn.
Well, no, he said he was was it a cleric? You're a cleric, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said he was gonna stay there and maybe fall asleep there while reading his stuff, and the fucking wizard or sorcerer Ruth was gonna basically be like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna spend 7 hours looking at these books, and I only need 4 hours of sleep. So, It's like,
Rugden's gonna need a full night's sleep, and it has been the same day that we arrived. So having ship lag and and just running around in the sewers and all that other shit that's going on, getting into battles and things like that, right out the gate, meeting people. He's probably physically as well as socially exhausted, so he probably will try to talk to somebody to find if there's any spare space to sleep at the church tonight.
Well,
I know
the
they
high
s-
priest said that they wasn't.
But I honestly may just like ask
Guilt
and
trip
see if
them?
I can. Well, instead of like sleeping in a room in a bed, may just ask, hey, can I just roll out a bedroll in the corner somewhere and just sleep basically in the building, out of the way.
I'm gonna tell you that one of the gods is a little sympathetic to all the people here, and he says just find one of the small side storage rooms out unused, and you should be able to find them there.
Well, there are tons of those, so I will do that probably once it gets closer to like 11 o'clock or midnight. I'm gonna,
The sun is down now, by the way.
Yeah, Rugden's gonna start wearing out probably in another like couple of hours and move towards hitting the hay.
For the record, Ruith is going to bum it in the
Records hall.
records hall. Yeah,
Gross.
I mean, look, he has a bedroll and stuff, and he doesn't need to sleep. He just goes into a trance,
Yeah.
so he can prop himself up on a corner.
It's not a
trance
bedroll,
out.
it's a yoga mat.
Yes.
Well, it's dusty down there and
Yeah,
dry.
well-
I mean, at least it's dry. It's not like musty and wet. It's a cool, dry place.
He doesn't care. He lives in libraries. This is fine.
Yeah, it's basically a very dusty, old, cold library.
Turns out the light spell and trance.
A home away from home.
You cannot actually turn off those lights.
I mean, like his own light spell. It's dimly lit, so I would assume
Yeah, the
he's
room itself
using
is
his own
dimly
light
lit with
source.
small little crystals. Yeah.
I cast darkness. No, I wish I had darkness. That'd be great.
I cast darkness to go to sleep.
The moment you pass out, the spell fades because you're unconscious.
You know, just watching Zorn. I think Zorn's just editing videos while we're sitting here doing this.
I'd imagine so. Well, we're about to introduce him, so
Yes.
Yeah.
they're not doing anything. They spent their
So,
entire
okay, well,
stuff.
Midas, you get your food and you eat it. It's delicious. It's fish.
yeah.
It's actually something you hadn't had in a long time. It's like it was lightly battered and fried.
Mm.
Now I have to ask: is it battered in beer? Because there's only one way to batter fish. You have to batter it in beer.
Dude, it's a bar. Of course, it's battered in beer.
Good.
Fuck yeah. I give her a tip.
It cost you. It was 1 silver for the meal. I think if you got beer, it's another silver for the beer.
Yeah. I
You
throw
know,
her.
silver piece for a tip.
Yeah. I just give her a gold and be like, keep it. You've been more than generous.
Her eyes light up and she's just like, this is, thank you.
No worries. I give her like a
Also,
pat on the
also,
shoulder
these,
and then
one
I.
or two copper pieces are unlucky.
Well, it's really nice when people are very, very nice and just aren't trying to be assholes. No. It's refreshing. And with that, I'll give her a pat on the shoulder before I'll be like, I'll probably see you tomorrow morning. Gonna be here for a couple of days, probably.
Dude, that girl's like ready to just blow you right now.
I know, and I am not interested.
I'm kidding, of course, but still.
I mean, bar wench.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay, so I guess you're gonna try to go to the room.
Yeah, I'm going to the room.
Do you know what room it is?
I have not a fucking clue. No, I'm pretty sure they told me, but I have.
Nope.
I don't have it written down. No,
Nope.
you didn't tell. All right,
Kavrina
I'm
was
gonna
the only
go.
one that bought the room, and none of you guys asked for a key or anything. You guys are out.
Yeah.
I did say that I'd like a room, but you never gave me the key.
No, because by the time I was going to, no one came with, so SOL.
Well, you could ask the barmaid.
I probably would after trying
She
2 or
points
3
you to the
doors
right
and
room.
realizing, yeah,
She points you to the right room.
it's probably locked as well, knowing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, Zorn, did you lock the door?
Yep, and I got all 4 keys in my hand.
I'm gonna pick the door. Lockpick
Do
the
I
door.
hear someone lockpicking?
I'm
You
very
are-
stealthy.
You are
Not
asleep.
necessarily. You just said it went to midnight. I just been in the room.
Well, look at.
I don't care.
Well, you know, you guys had a lot. You know, you had to knock first, really.
no,
What's your
I'm
passive
lock
perception?
picking.
Well, it's 9, but
Okay, 2 questions. Wait, what is your what's your passive perception, and do a stealth check?
I'll roll a stealth check, sure. I don't want to wake anyone up. Wouldn't think that trying to pick a lock would be
Well, you
loud.
probably hear you hear the scratching at the tumblers.
That's true.
Yeah,
Alright, I'll
that's
be stealthy
very
about it, I
quiet.
guess.
That's a very quiet noise.
In a quiet room,
Yeah, well, hold up.
it'll probably pop up.
My stealth is a +5, so you d20 +5. Yep. 15. I beat your passive perception, so hey.
yeah, but I'm a soldier. I'd be listening
missed.
for shit. Especially in a new town, especially the
She's-
first night.
Well, then
Oh,
make
that's
a
true. Make
perception
a
check.
perception roll then if you're actually
Hello, David.
actively
This-
listening.
Close the door, please.
Would it be at the exact same time though? Like, would he know?
Well, she's probably on guard because hey, I'm in a strange new town in a place I don't really want to be.
Perception?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, just straight perception.
Would it be? All right, you still don't know.
Nope.
You act like you know, but you don't know.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You managed to. Okay, now make a lockpick check.
All right, this should be. This
That's
should
a
be
dexterity
good.
check, I believe. Dexterity and
I am
lockpick.
so
You
up
think
for a
you have
crit fail.
advantage?
I have a proficiency in thieves' tools, so that would be
That gives you a bonus to it. So a dexterity
Yeah.
lockpick check.
basically the same as the +5.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Do it.
Oh, Jesus.
Ha!
You at the few little click, the tumblers click.
Yeah. I'm gonna quietly open the door and peek inside to see if she's asleep or not.
Do I have to say what I'm doing?
Midnight. Are you asleep?
No, she's just sitting on her bed staring out the window.
Okay.
You actually have a nice bayside window.
Sweet. Oh,
You
there
see
you
the light-
are.
As soon as she hears that, she rolls around, sword drawn at his throat.
The room is not that small.
I just smile and be like, it's been a while.
The room is actually not that small, so you would have at least you have to get up and actually take maybe 2 steps to get to his throat, to his sword.
Yeah,
That's less than
I'm not
6
surprised.
seconds. I got that. That's one action.
I'm not phased at all. I'm just like, yep. Because I've
You
been with you
missed
for
me.
how long? Yeah, basically, I'm just like, hey, how you doing?
Tessel.
Hey.
She sees her sword and just sits back down on the bed.
Oh. Good news. I found them. They found a library, and they don't seem to be coming back tonight. Because that library was huge, and I did not want anything a part of it.
I want nothing to do with that church.
Neither do I. Churches usually just end in sorrow. Anyways, figured I'd catch you here. It was either that or you'd be in some sort of bar brawl.
That is not set for the actual distance.
I know. I'm just messing around. Pew! Laser fight. Pew! Alright.
Shit, we're dead. But yeah, I'll sort of walk over to the to my bed, take my hat off.
There's only one bed.
What? Oh,
No, there's
we
4.
had
I bought
4
the
rooms.
big room. Remember?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's right.
yeah. I walk over to a spare bed. And I sort of lay down, take my hat off, put it off to the side, just sort of lay there.
Cavrino drops the 3 keys on his bed and then leaves.
Oh,
Where's she going?
I will message you where she's going.
Oh.
she doesn't want to be in the same room as me. Granted. She doesn't trust me. Never does.
And you're really smelly.
That too.
No, you took a bath.
What?
She dropped me 3 keys, so she's keeping one for herself, meaning she's either going elsewhere, getting food, or
Nope, you have no idea. You
Going to
didn't
bed
ask, and she's
elsewhere.
out the door.
I didn't, and I just assumed.
Okay, I forget, is it like is there a check to find your way around city streets? I swear there was something that like
Perception.
kind of like streetwise.
There used to be something for Streetwise.
It depends if what he's doing. Is he?
Actively looking for something, so perception.
No,
Investigation.
that would be investigation. If
Investigation,
you're
okay.
actively
Yeah.
looking
Alright,
for
hold on.
something.
Oh, it's better then. Thank you.
Hmm.
You at the looking around, you don't not see what you're looking for. And you have actually kind of wandered off which direction were you actually going?
I'm just asking around.
Like, you're just asking people.
Where
For-
a district
for-
is, yeah.
People really don't want to talk to you about that. In fact, they're like,
Do you want us to mute
why
ourselves
you,
so you can
why
talk
you
about
asking
it?
about that?
We can like deafen ourselves, so therefore you guys can talk about it freely for the audience.
Doesn't matter. If I rolled that low and I can't find it, that's fine.
I mean, you're just asking like normal people, right?
I'm just asking anyone I can find. I don't care.
As you're asking, a guard comes up and puts their hand on your shoulder.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
I couldn't help but overhear what you were looking for.
Is that not legal here?
No.
No, in my country it is. My bad. She goes and walks away.
For you at home, she was looking for a whorehouse.
That's what
Ah!
I figured. I figured it was the red light
That was
district.
not what I was expecting.
The moment you said district, I was like, red light district.
Hmm.
She just goes and wanders the night.
Wait, would I have known that? Do I know that they're the sort of person who would go to a place like that? Is that common knowledge?
I don't know.
Well, between me and
You don't
that.
know.
Would I have known that,
I'm
Zorn?
just gonna put you up here. I'll just put you up on the first story of the city.
Well, I'm not saying like.
You find a park. I like a really nice park with trees and flower
There a
beds.
bench.
Yes.
She sits down. Hey, do you mind? I'm gonna do a little monologue.
Okay, have fun. Do you want us to deafen?
No. Your
Okay,
characters don't know
have
this,
fun.
so it's fine.
It's true.
I thought I found some allies. How wrong I was. I wonder if I should stick with them for now or keep on looking where I need to look. I found my quarry, but he seems unreachable right now. What to do? And she just sits there the rest of the night sleeping.
As you do that, before you get to sleep, some guards come up and like have lanterns shining on you. And it basically tell you to move along. You can't sleep on the
I'm
streets.
not on the streets, I'm on a bench.
You know what they mean. You know what we mean, lizard. Ooh. So get up and get back to whatever inn that you're staying at. Or at least have the common decency to go sleep in an alleyway instead of out in the open.
I need to roll something.
He's gonna
I
kill
need to
them.
roll something.
Percentile.
Question. That was nearly a natural 20. Jesus. But
She
like,
walks away from the guards and heads back to the tavern. Basically, if she got over a 10, she was going to punch the guard.
Oh shit. That's good to know because that would have been fun.
She would have gone to jail.
Pretty much,
I
yeah.
have to.
Don't forget,
I wouldn't
they
break her
don't
out of
know.
trying to
She's
bargain
been
her
doing
out.
something beforehand that they don't know about.
Yeah, we don't. It's just that
It's drugs.
probably.
Yeah. So she walks
She's been
back in the
doing the
room
drugs.
afterwards and basically falls asleep.
I'm already passed out.
On the topic of drugs, I was gonna say, where do you think she gets her acid breath from?
Yep. That. Well done.
Back to the game.
Yep, that is the sound
Well-
effect that the acid breath makes. But
I assume you all. The night wears on. I'm not sure if Elf ever comes out of the basement. You can look outside and look at the stars and that.
Nope, he's sitting in the basement.
Basement's really got it.
He's getting his shit done as soon as he can.
Well, so you have a long rest.
Hooray,
Oh,
we got
that's
all
nice.
spelled.
Yay, full
Your first
health.
long you've now been in the country for a whole day.
Full
Question:
health and spells back.
Do I lose my temporary hit points? Do I get unhealthy?
Well, to be fair, they were temporary, and they were because you did something nice, treated yourself nicely.
Yeah.
So, probably.
So I
yeah.
say you lose 1d3
1d3. Jesus.
of the temporary only because the temporary and
Do we have a D3 in
Alright.
this thing?
You just roll a
Yeah, it's called
d4 and
D6.
reroll on a 4. Or
No,
you can
it's
do
a
that.
D6. And
You can do d6
have it.
and divide by 2, or you can do a d4 and reroll on a 4. Whatever.
You can't do the D4 because it messes with the percentile chances.
Yep.
Not really. 4 you reroll, so you still have a 1 out of 3 chance because the other one is
No,
just a reroll.
because it's
Hold on, I'm
it's
gonna
iffy.
look it up on
We
Google.
could go back and
if
forth
there's
on
a
this all
thing.
day, but
I will roll the bloody dice. Okay, it's
Dice 3,
1d6
dice
divided by
1.
2.
Number rolls 1. Got it. I got a 3.
You got a 1.
yeah, that counts
Okay.
as a 1.
So I lost 7? Not 7. 1 hit point.
Yeah. Well, that massage was really good. It's even helping you out throughout the night. You only wears off a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Like, damn. You paid for deluxe treatment, you got deluxe treatment.
That I did.
I mean, your ball sack has never been so shiny.
You are correct.
Well, you gotta wax the undercarriage. It was an option. I decided to go with the deluxe package. Wheel wells get scraped out,
Yeah.
Get your colon unimpacted, it works.
Yeah, exactly. I had to make sure I was on top of my game.
I mean, you never know when you're gonna have something shoved up your butt.
Exactly.
Look, you're a rogue. You have,
You have to be as flexible as
ready.
possible.
Okay, it's do you guys want to call it here, or do you want to keep going?
This
Because
is probably a good spot to call it.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
recording for 3 hours, so
oh yeah,
Yeah.
have we? Oh shit, yeah.
with a little bit of a break, but yeah.
But still,
I mean, I like to apologize to the audience because this was kind of a boring session. With just mostly lore building and us just,
But you kind of need that every now and again.
yeah.
Especially in
And
like
on the
the
bright
early
side, we do have
episodes.
a plot hook potentially for next sessions.
Yeah.
Actually, what do we might be able to just do this bookkeeping now? Do we want to go over what I find in the record section now, or do we want to just go over that next session?
Oh yeah, we can do it now. I mean, you had plenty of time to do it.
Yeah. So I spent 7 hours in the library resting at some point. So
Well, I assume you only need 4 hours of sleep, so it was like about 8. It was like maybe about 7, 8 o'clock when you got down there. So
11 hours later, I'm ready at 6.
you get to wake up at 6 o'clock. Yeah, you have plenty of time to find what you're looking for.
Yeah. So
You discover that of all the archaeological dig sites, specifically the ones in the Ascensiad region, which these public records cover, this is only for this region, really. Because luckily it wasn't the entire country. It also would have took you like 20 hours, if not more. It would took you 20 hours to search for all those. But luckily, with all the archaeological dig sites, there have been none in that region of the mountain range.
Really?
Yes.